It's a talk that rocks, the new 105.3 FM. J.D. Ryan is here. Producer Dan Lewis, associate producer Eddie Boyd. Everett Newton, the rock and roll attorney. Jamali's on the phone. Jonathan's in the thing. J.D., turn that first TV off. It's driving me nuts. Thank you. Do TVs even have vertical hold anymore? I don't think so. No. I haven't seen a TV roll like that in a while.
Bad signal.
Is that what it is?
They just got they got the cheap little antenna sitting
I
out
thought they
there.
were going to move that up the tower.
They were supposed to. They just haven't.
There's a lot of stuff they were supposed to do after we all got situated. And I don't know why, but it all just kind of stopped.
Didn't get done.
All right, we'll make a list. Guess who pulled the, do you know who I am again today?
I didn't pull any such thing.
Did you get out of a ticket?
Not because of that.
How did you find out already?
I talked to Russ earlier.
Oh, okay.
Tell him, Everett.
I just find it highly ironic in light of recent events.
Especially since you're going, do you know who I am?
I didn't say that. I got pulled over. I won't say by whom.
Okay.
An officer who ID'd me, looked at me, gave me... No. Asked me what I did for a living. I told him
you said I'm Everett Newton, rock and roll attorney. When you told me the story, that's what you said.
You
and I'm thinking, why would he even throw in I'm the rock and roll attorney?
You are such a liar. At any rate, he asked me for my ID. I gave it to him. He was very polite and professional. Mm-hmm. Asked me for my ID, which I gave him.
By the way, this was a big radar setup thing.
Okay.
So where they have like a bunch of cops in a clump?
Yeah, a big clump of cops.
Okay.
3 of them, one running radar on a road, the other 2 writing tickets and so forth. This guy looks at me, kind of gives me a double take. Asked me what I do for a living. I said, I'm a lawyer. So he goes back to the back of the car and he starts writing.
Said, I'm the rock and roll attorney.
I'm saying that.
You're such a liar.
You are such a liar, Russ Martin. I stand before you and call you liar. Takes my ID back.
Right.
I swear to God. Gives me this with my license. Starts writing to give the appearance that he's actually writing a ticket so the other officers won't be hip to what he's doing.
Sure.
And gives me this with my license and says, now go.
Low down, have a great day.
Ripped the back portion of his ticket book off and wrote this down and handed it to me instead of a ticket.
Very nice.
How do you work it into the conversation?
I didn't work it into the conversation.
He knew.
He I don't know what he knew. He never said what he knew. That was the extent of our conversation.
Because this is the part of the ticket book that they actually use to insert in between each ticket so they don't make a bunch of copies.
Right.
This is the back flap. They flap it over, write the ticket, pull it out, and then stick this in between the new ticket, get ready for the next build.
Well, I was watching him in the rearview mirror, and he's tearing that thing off. I'm like, what's going on here? I'm really in trouble. He's tearing up his ticket book.
This is when you said you actually rolled down your window.
Pulled out my guitar.
Stuck your head.
If you're going to make up a story.
Stuck your head out the window and went, officer. Well, how lucky for you.
I was very fortunate. And how ironic in light of recent events with regard to the ticket that I did receive that I didn't deserve, because to my detriment, I was speeding.
Which time?
This time.
What about the other time?
I was absolutely not speeding.
Okay. Well, it's a very nice autograph.
Yeah. I was very pleased. It was a very, very nice thing for him to do.
Why is it everybody else gets out of stuff but me?
You get out of stuff.
Well, I get out of anything.
You got $20 from that cop when you got pulled over. I didn't get any money.
Oh, that's right. That was, I think I was coming back from Coyle's funeral.
Yeah.
Dallas cop stopped me. The money was... It's not like I handed him a bag of gypsum and he handed me $20. The money was for the police foundation.
Right.
You're right. It was effing ironic. You get stopped by a cop because I was speeding. I was trying to get back. I think I was going home first.
Did you say, do you know who I am?
No.
Okay, then.
I got that big media badge hanging off my rearview mirror.
So do
It just
I.
kind of conveniently hangs there, so in case they don't recognize the name or anything else, you just kind of, you try and hide it. What are you trying to hide there? Nothing. This is nothing to see here. Don't look. This doesn't concern you, officer.
I'd let you look, but it cost you $20.
So anyway.
That's not how it was.
It's just funny. It didn't work the first time. I'm surprised you tried it the second go
I didn't
around.
try it either time.
Dan, you get out of any tickets?
No, as a matter of fact, I got a ticket about a year ago. So, no. Being me.
Because you didn't.
No.
Pull this noise.
No.
Neither did I. Either time. I would never do that.
Okay. There's a particular cop that says you did.
Well, yes, he does say that.
When does that court case come up?
I think it's in December.
Do you feel confident about that one?
Yeah, I feel good. I'm doing an open records request to get all the pertinent background information on this particular officer. I suspect that he may have some skeletons in his closet. If he does, I'll certainly find out.
Now, is it really pertinent to the case? Are you just digging it up like what we do? Like when Steve Blow bagged on Operation Kindness, we pulled up criminal background on him and stuff. Got nothing to do with Operation Kindness. Well, we just did it to be asses.
No, it's absolutely relevant because he is a witness.
What?
Nothing you did. It's
Absolutely not pertinent. In fact, I meant to email you that today, Dan. I want you to call him, take the list of stuff that we have,
Right.
and just tell him I'd like to ask him about those particular issues. All of them. Not just the ones about him, the ones about other people.
Okay. Got it.
Just to see if he wants to come on and discuss that. Since he's so big on discussing things that are none of his business with Operation Kindness, I figure it's only fair that I discuss things that are none of my business with him and his family unit.
yes.
I'll need to get the full list of...
Eddie, you still have it?
Good work, family unit.
So anyway, my question was, is the stuff you're going to dig up, is it pertinent?
Yes, anytime an officer testifies, obviously he's a witness in the case, and to that end, his credibility is an issue. And if he has credibility problems, I want to know what they are.
That's why I dig up stuff, too.
Yeah, sure.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
You just do it because it's fun to talk nasty about people on the radio.
Yeah. I'm sure somewhere along the lines, I'm sure Marconi didn't really plan on using radio to be vindictive.
No.
Oh, well. Yes, Thomas?
What the hell were you doing talking about sports yesterday? It was
The big
mind-boggling.
sports station now.
I bet you won't give your kid a toy gun.
Yeah, I read about that. Don't. How did it start? Were we talking about,
Cowboys and just,
we were talking about the Cowboys during a break. Because, just about how, Campo is, Jones's lapdog. And it doesn't take a sports expert to see that. And until Jones just backs away, gets something else lifted, stretched, colored, dyed, whatever.
yeah.
And goes minds his own business, the Cowboys are going to be nothing more than a facade of what they used to be. That's not the right word.
A mere shell of their former self.
That's what I was looking for.
Well, for someone who doesn't know about sports, you made for compelling talk.
Well,
Congratulations.
And how hard is it to look at a team that's getting their ass whooped, and I don't mean just by a little, I mean by a lot, and go, they probably should change something.
Yeah.
And I'm serious. That guy's a genius. The guy from what college? Oh, Slocum. Slocum's an effing genius. R.C. Slocum from
A&M.
A&M. Some guy called it.
Know so much.
Some guy called at the end of the show yesterday, Everett. He was bagging on me about talking about sports, and somehow R.C. Slocum from A&M came up.
Right.
I don't even know how that came up in conversation.
How about the A&M Tech game, and then he went off with R.C. Slocum shouldn't even be coaching, and Russ went right off with R.C. Slocum's a hero.
He's a genius. Haven't you even followed his career? He shouldn't even be in college football anymore. He's been due for the pros for a long time. And then while all this is going on, Dan's digging up stuff on the internet and handing me sheets of paper. Oh, you don't know anything about R.C. Slocum. I followed his career from 68, 69 when he was in coaching high school.
This guy became Gary. Well, I'll tell you one thing.
Oh, he was twisted. Just over college football.
So, do you have any predictions for the Texas OU game?
That's this weekend, right?
Right.
Cotton Bowl?
Uh-huh.
Oh, man. Texas always loses, don't they?
Lost the past 3 years in a row.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
they're ranked number 2 in the nation, and OU's ranked number 3, so they should be favored.
Well, they should be, but they
are
be.
favored by 3.
Yeah, it's going to be a big sports weekend.
Yes.
When do they play? Saturday?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
So no predictions are in sight.
Is Slocum one of the coaches?
No.
All right, then I got no insight. If he was one of the coaches, I would pick whatever team it is he's coaching because he is a genius. He doesn't make boneheaded plays like Campo. Let's see. We got a couple of minutes. We got 9 yards. Let's punt.
Give him the ball.
Let's give it back to him. Sick of looking at it.
I'm sure we'll get it back in time.
Yeah, we'll get it back. I believe when he went back and explained his whole philosophy, it was, we'll do this and we'll get it back and we'll have 50 seconds to go back and score. Yeah, that's right. It's gonna happen in the last 50 seconds. Forget the first part of the game.
Forget the last.
That was just stretching.
Last 59 minutes.
This last 50 seconds is when we come out of the box. And the only reason that I can figure from my amateur stance is the reason that Jones keeps Campo around is because he's just the perfect lapdog.
Right.
Yeah, he's a puppet.
So I don't even understand. Why does Jones waste the money? Everybody knows he's coaching the team. Why pay a coach? Just go down there and screw up the calls yourself.
Oh, sooner or later he'll do it.
I tell you exactly what he's doing. He's doing it because he can use Campo as like a little buffer. Well, I wasn't really making the calls. I gave Campo free call. I told him to do whatever he wants. So he doesn't look like the idiot when the Cowboys crap again.
True, that's good.
It's just like I'll tell you exactly what it's like. Tom Shore over at the Eagle, when he was general manager, he was calling the shots for the Eagle. Greg Stevens was Campo. Tom Shore is Jerry Jones. Yeah. Greg Stevens, the program director, he's Campo, and Tom's going, all right, do this, this, and this. Tell Russ what to do. And Greg's telling me, and I'm going, I'm not doing that. Then finally I got tired of it and left. I was the Aikman.
Yes.
Did you get your bell rung?
Many times. So that's what he's using him for. He's the scapegoat. When things don't work out, he points at Campo and says, I guess it's time for another coaching change. He should really get that,
R.C. Slocum.
The Slocum guy.
Yeah.
He knows
He's
Texas
ready.
football.
Yeah.
Does he?
Probably.
A&M, yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I would get Slocum because he's a genius.
He is. Improved.
Yes, he is.
And I'm still against the designated hitter.
Yes.
That's good to know. So,
That's always been a peeve of mine. DH.
yeah.
Anything else you want to know about sports? I'm smoking today. I know the Stars play tonight against the Denver Avalanche.
Wow.
Is it Denver or Colorado?
Colorado.
Yeah.
Very close.
Yeah, the new coach of the Stars. Thank you.
Stars.
Looks like a 70s porn star.
Does he?
Oh, look at him. Great big mustache. I mean, just a huge one. What's his name? Tippett?
I don't know.
What's his name? Yeah, it's Tippett. Hurry the toilet. I mean, I gotta go, Thomas. Ever just looked at me where did that come from? That's my thing every day. When I go to the bathroom to cop a squat, I take the sports section to read it and just see how much I retain. It's
Do you really?
It's just
Recreation.
It's just a game for me every day.
I didn't know that about you.
I couldn't care less about it. That's the way I knew about Campo and all the screwed up calls. Because yesterday, the sports section, it had just a whole list of all the games where they got their asses whooped and all the stupid calls that he made. The list was like that long.
Sure.
I'm surprised they got it in the same paper. Today I read about Tippett.
Porn star looking hockey guy.
He's got all the standard lines for a coach. Yeah. We don't need to overthink the game. You don't want to over prepare because then you might win. Yeah. Don't think about the game too much. You could burn yourself out. He's ready to lose. Yeah. All right. Anything we want to do before news? Mm-hmm. We don't get a break first, do we? Okay. What is it you using this same bumper every time? What?
Like a superstition thing.
All right. Every day when we go into the first break, Eddie's always got this Metallica bumper.
It hasn't failed yet.
What?
It hasn't failed yet.
Oh, yes, it has. Many days. Okay. Dan Lewis is here, J.D. Ryan, Eddie Boyd, O'Malley's on the phone, Jonathan Dodge, and of course...
That's not how it was.
Everett Newton, the rock and roll attorney. Hold on.
He twisted.
Oh, Rob's twisted it. Yes, Rob? Why you cuss? Nobody can ever hear what you're saying.
I'm going to get in trouble.
I got to turn the mics off because I don't know if you're going to cuss again. What?
Cock and balls.
I think that could be okay.
Okay.
It's like cock and bull, isn't it?
Yeah, it's kind of. But no.
Yeah. He wasn't in his office. He left his computer on. So I just pull up a gay website. So it's just nads and holes. I'm insulted.
Why?
Makes him think I did it.
You did.
How absurd.
I know, but is there 40, 50 people work in this building? He immediately comes over here?
Mm-hmm.
I'm mad at him now. I signed him up for a bunch of scat sites while I was in there. Hang on. I was wondering why he was beating on the window. Yes, Anthony? Hang on. Okay, my phones are screwed. All right, Eddie, make this one of your once-a-day things, then. When you come in, just unplug it, plug it back in. Hold on, Anthony. I'll take your call momentarily while my phone resets. Thank you. It's not resetting. There it is. Can I even pick it up?
That one's like this.
I just want to point out, I haven't beaten this phone system, so it has no reason not to work.
No, this was brand.
Did you reset it again? Maybe while we're waiting for it to reset, Everett can tell us who he is.
That's not what happened.
That's the way you told me this.
That's not what I told you. You know it.
Still not working?
Nope.
I don't know if getting another phone's going to work.
It's down.
Dan's smart. Great.
Well, no, I can usually get them to work.
Go fetch an engineer. $20 says there ain't one here. No. Coming back up now.
It clicks like it's going to, but then none of the buttons work.
Mm.
None of the on-screen resets, nothing.
Oh, well. It's only the phone. I don't really need it anyway. I just heard something. Unless somebody wants to talk about R.C. Slocum. I'm ready to debate that all day.
It's a good game against Tech.
Look at his track record. Sure genius. Playing sports since the late 60s.
He knows it all.
Where did he coach?
Texas A&M, yeah.
Okay.
College Station.
All right.
They almost won.
Against who?
Texas Tech.
Shoulda. You know why?
R.C. Slocum.
Genius. All right, you ready to go?
Yeah.
Did you already hand me the audio?
Yeah.
All right. All right. 340. J.D. Ryan's on the new 105.3 FM Talk with News.
Thank you. Russ News is brought to us by Service King and by Down Under Pub and Grub in Frisco. I'll see you there Sunday for the Dallas Cowboy Watching Party. Also, you can give away $25 every quarter. All you have to do is put your name up on the board. It's free. And we'll have some fun things to give away also. White Trash Party tickets too. Down Under Pub and Grub, Sunday noon on. All right, it is Wednesday, October the 9th. Scott Bakula is 48 today. Jackson Brown turns 54.
Didn't you used to whack around Daryl Hannah?
Scott Bakula?
Yeah, him too. It was a gangbang.
Oh, Jackson Brown?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he did. Long time ago.
Why would you whack her around? Rhea Perlman, I could see.
No, you couldn't. No, you don't whack her at anybody. Anyway.
Not even Rhea Perlman?
No. Like countless serial killers before him, the sniper terrorizing the Washington area has apparently begun taunting authorities, leaving a note at the scene of his latest attack reading, "Dear policeman, I am God." The words are scrawled on a tarot card, the death card appropriately, found in the woods adjoining the high school, where the middle school rather, where the 13-year-old boy was shot and critically wounded on Monday. That shooting followed 6 others. New statistics reveal that a startling 64.5% of adult Americans, more than 120 million people, are overweight or obese. The number probably will mean an explosion of diabetes and heart disease. The number of Americans who are overweight, it's the highest level ever. 31%.
What a great big stinking shock.
64%? Oh, that's huge. But again, walk through any mall and just look around.
And now that fat chick from E has a fashion show, I think her name's like L or M or OP or whatever. Mm-hmm. She's coming out with her own line of dolls instead of, the Barbie doll, which is perfect proportions. Mm-hmm. I don't care if it's realistic or not. Every chick should strive to be built just like Barbie. I don't even care if you got to be 6 inches tall. You should still have the same proportions. Right. And now she's coming out with her fat chick doll to make it look like it's okay to be fat.
For little girls that want to say it's okay.
The Helga.
The what?
The Helga.
Her name's L.
What's that name of the doll?
I think it's L.
Is it L? Okay.
Whatever her name is, I think that's what they're calling the doll. I'm happy with ask Fetner when he has to do, because he was telling me about this when I was in his office this past Thursday.
Yeah.
When I had to go over to Medical City, Dallas. He said just operate on somebody that's overweight. Just an operation adds to the success rate, whether it's going to happen or not, because they got to peel back this fat to get to the organs.
Oh, that's gross.
So I don't care how you want to play it. Well, I'm happy with myself, and that's all that matters. Fine. Be fat, die quicker. That way I don't have to look at you.
31% of adults older than 20 are obese. 33% of adult women are obese, compared with 28% of men. 50% of black women are obese, compared with 40% for Mexican Americans and 30% for white women. Story.
Say it. You know you want to.
I'm not saying. I don't want to say anything. I'm reading this is from the government.
Okay, go ahead.
All right.
The white government.
No. Lorenzo Lamas has announced that he and his wife of 6 years, former Playboy playmate Shauna Sands, separating due to incompatibility. He said they were seeking the best advice to ensure that their 3 children are protected and loved. This was his 4th marriage.
Have you seen her, Everett?
I have not.
I saw that story today, so I went to look to see what she...
Oh, really?
Oh.
Shauna Sand. I'll have to look that up.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, and great big cans. They don't look fake. I'm sure they are.
Right.
I went to the Playboy website. She was like 96 Playmate. So I couldn't, click on the thumbnails, make them bigger because you got to pay.
Right.
But just the but I think they've had 3 kids. So I wonder if he got what he wanted out of her, turned her into a kid farm.
Right.
And then got rid of her.
Now he's moving on.
Yeah. Because 3 kids, and the latest one I think is like 20 months old.
Wow.
Yeah, 20 months. 5, 4, and 20 months.
That's like taking the Mona Lisa and just grabbing it in 6 different directions and pulling. It still kind of looks like the Mona Lisa. It's all stretched out. Nobody wants to look at it anymore.
You don't know. She may have stayed in great shape.
3 kids.
You're right.
With great big cans.
Stretched out. God, it's a shame. But that's what he's letting loose. What does he have in the wings?
Well, he is Lorenzo Lamas. I'm sure he does okay.
Okay.
Lorenzo Lamas?
You don't think he gets a lot of tail?
What's he done recently?
Who cares? He's Lorenzo Lamas.
Oh, okay.
After you're in Greece, you can do anything you want.
Oh, I forgot. Of course.
What?
I'm just thinking, JD must be thinking this guy sitting home on Saturday night. Gee, I wish I had somebody to bang. It's Lorenzo Lamas.
But, okay. I guess.
Playing solitaire in my penis.
Speaking of that, next story, the penis puppeteers are going to keep their pants on when they appear tomorrow night on the Tonight Show with Jay Leno. NBC is barring the pair from performing a portion of their self-styled stage show, Puppetry of the Penis.
Why would they have them on if they're not going to show the act?
They're just going to talk about it.
That's like when Flip Orley came into the studio, the hypnotist didn't want to hypnotize anybody. They just wanted to come in and talk about where he was going to perform. All right, so you're going to hypnotize anybody? Mm-mm. All right, see you then. So they're going to have penis puppeteers on, and they're not going to do penis puppetry.
Correct. NBC's very nervous. In fact, one of the NBC stations...
Well, why did they book them?
The one in Salt Lake City, which is owned by the Mormons, of course, is not even going to air Jay Leno that night at all because of this. Even though they're going to keep their pants on. They don't think it's appropriate to be talking about contorting your penis into things like they stretch, bend, twist, and fold and tie their penises until they resemble lifelike objects.
Yeah, it's like balloon.
Origami or...
No.
It's like that, too.
It is not. It's like those. It's like the clowns do with balloons.
Well, it's like origami, too. That's with paper. They make stuff out of paper.
I don't think they're going to make little doves out of their weenies.
Well, they might. They said they're making them into lifelike objects.
So anyway.
Doves aren't flat.
That'll be tomorrow night. Puppetry of the penis.
Penis doves are.
Oh, penis doves are... Never mind.
SpongeBob SquarePants. He likes penises, apparently. He's been outed as a gay icon. Fans point to SpongeBob's characteristics of a telltale signs of homosexuality, including flamboyant, defiantly cheery, emotional, gregarious, and sometimes breaking out in a song with his male companion, Patrick, and the muscular female friend, Sandy Squirrel. SpongeBob is only the latest in the series of children's characters who have basically leaned toward homosexuality, like Velma from Scooby-Doo, Peanuts, Peppermint Patty, the Powderpuff Girls, the Teletubbies, and Sesame Street's Bert and Ernie.
What is What is the SquarePants?
It's a big square sponge that talks to kids, and it's a cartoon.
Is he gay?
I don't think so, but apparently gay people think he is.
You got kids. Have you seen it, Eddie?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, when that came out, I was trying to figure out what the gay part was, because he doesn't hang out. I mean, he has a best friend that they hang out with. He's just kind of a goofy guy. Just walks around underwater and does real stupid. I mean, it's aimed at real small kids, so it's real stupid stuff.
And he's a sponge?
Yeah, it's like an ocean sponge, and his best friend's a starfish. And they just go around and...
Starfish.
Clearly gay.
Isn't that what they call the pooter hole?
Yeah. Chocolate starfish.
Yeah. You there, Eddie? You're halfway there?
Okay.
Welcome to the fold. The cartoons will suck you in every time.
And cut number 1 here on the audio. Magic Johnson is the executive producer for Brown Sugar, which opens Friday in theaters. Here, cut number 1. He was asked how he felt about being inducted to the Basketball Hall of Fame.
It meant everything. First of all, the fact that that was it. It's like the closing chapter. The end of the book, the end of the film, end of the movie, and now I can just go ahead and just, know that I'm in the Hall of Fame. It was great for my family that my mom and dad was still living. They could see it. All my brothers and sisters, which I have 9 brothers and sisters, and that they could be involved in it. And my wife and my 3 kids, and that I was there personally to receive the award, to get the award, because 11 years.
Shut up. Did he have his own? What, he the one that had a talk show?
Who was this?
Magic Johnson.
Yeah.
Not for very long.
Now Charles Barkley's going to have his. He's got a book out and a talk show. Saw him on CNN today.
Where's his show going to be on?
I believe CNN.
Basketball guy.
Yes. He was on CNN today pitching his book talking about world issues.
Basketball guy.
Swear to you.
By the way, did you get that audio I sent you earlier?
Yes.
Is that coming up?
I wasn't going to do it in this newscast.
I want to hear it now. Hold on. Do we have to break? How are we doing?
We're okay.
All right. I want to hear it now.
Let's break. Oh, you want to do it? Okay.
I want to hear it now.
Let me get the story that's related to it.
I don't even think you need to hear it.
Yeah, you do. Hang on. Right on top.
Where's the audio?
It's got number 5 on there. Out of Houston, this compliment of Houston 2, KHO.
Compliments?
Well, you stole it. Houston police.
Normally when they let you use something, it's compliments.
They let us use it. They didn't say not to. Mm-hmm. Houston police searched for a suspect accused of shooting a man Tuesday morning during a case of road rage. Nicole Anderson and Marianne Cleo were driving to work, and here's basically what happened. This is...
We was on the left-hand lane. This truck on the right-hand lane and just shot at my baby daddy. He was fit to wreck us, so my baby daddy told him to watch him go. So watch him.
All right, I got my baby's daddy, and I'm out of the rest of it. Anyone?
Something about shot at.
Let's try again.
We was on the left-hand lane.
All right, we were on the left-hand lane.
Very good.
This truck on the right-hand lane
I believe she said this truck on the right-hand lane.
Sounds good to me.
And she said,
Let's try again. What'd they say about the phones?
They don't know. The engineers are on their way back.
From where?
They were at the tower.
Home?
No. They were at the tower.
Well, I guess we won't be able to do the fabulous Tony Danza interview. When was he supposed to call?
In 10 minutes.
Oh, no.
The engineer won't be here for 15. And the phone system is just dead.
How sad.
We've rebooted everything.
No, Tony Danza. I guess you'll have to call him and reschedule for another time.
I think this is the only day he was going to do interviews.
F.
Everett missed the great CD. He has a CD out.
Really?
Tony Danza?
Music.
Oh, I left it,
What does he sing or play an instrument?
He sings. He also dances. He's quite the
on the CD.
Really?
Yeah.
That must be very entertaining.
It is. You just hear the music and that's it.
What genre of music does he perform?
Mostly Frank Sinatra remakes.
Excellent.
If he had released
Not really.
If he'd released this 50 years ago, it would have been huge.
No, because Sinatra did it 50 years ago.
50 years ago.
It's like he's kind of want to be Harry Connick Jr. a little bit.
Oh, okay.
But just not pulling it off.
Right.
You know? See the guy, you just can't help but see the guy from Taxi. It's just, sorry.
So is that why he's calling?
I'm sure.
Just to pimp the new CD.
Mm-hmm. But he can't get through now because their phones are cracked.
Right.
And, of course, the engineers had to come back from home to fix them.
No, there's the tower.
That's what they say when they're at home. That's the code name. Because you always sound like you're working. Hey, where's Jay? Well, he's at the tower. I was in the tub. That's where they are. They're either on their way to the tower or they're on their way to the station. If you notice, they're never really at one place. They're always in transit. That way you can't really nail them down. Where are you right now? On the way to the tower. We need you at the station. I'm on my way. They're quite devious.
Yes, they are. They're very good at what they do, though.
Hey, O'Malley's answering the phones in there. Mash the button, see to it work.
Nope.
Oh.
Sometimes his works. This one keeps turning off completely.
No, Tony Danza. Okay, back to the tape.
From Houston.
We was on the left-hand lane.
We were on the left-hand lane.
Got that.
Correct. Okay.
This truck on the right-hand lane
The truck was on the right-hand lane. Is that close?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Back up.
We was on the left-hand lane. This truck on the right-hand lane and just shot at my baby daddy.
Shot at my baby daddy.
Yeah.
Not my boyfriend. Not my husband.
No.
My baby daddy.
Yes.
He was fit to wreck us, and my baby daddy told him to watch him go. So watch he was gone. He fit to take me to work.
I'm out. Yeah.
No clue.
I heard take me to work.
They's fixing to wreck us, and then I'm out. Face fixing to wreck us.
And just shot him to watch he was gone. He said to take me to work.
They should put up titles, subtitles, because this is not really fair for white people. No, it's not. We don't.
I know.
This is like listening to somebody from far East Texas. They don't clue what they're talking about.
And the plane fall down.
Cable wouldn't make it into work.
That's when he...
Who's the white chick?
That's the correspondent from the station, TV station.
Oh.
We was and just shot at my baby daddy. He was fit to wreck up, so my baby daddy told him to watch he was gone. He fit to take me to work.
The cable wouldn't make it into work.
That's when he howling. I was just scared. I didn't know what to do. He got out the car. Baby, I got shot.
I was cleaning out the parking lot, pulled in front of him, and cut him off, and he got out the car and went back and talked to him. The next thing I know, I just heard.
I forget. What was the story?
It's road rage.
Oh, okay.
Road rage, somebody got shot.
All right.
Oh, that's right. The baby dad.
Baby daddy got shot.
There were 2 shots. Just another case of road rage that went out of control.
Houston police wouldn't say much, but the victim's girlfriend is pleading with the public.
Please help me out and let us know who's the person that shot my baby daddy.
She's pleading.
No names, no pictures, no nothing. Just my baby daddy shot. Please find who shot my baby daddy.
Basically what you said.
And if you call me at my baby daddy house. All right, we're on it.
Please help me out and let us know who's the person that shot my baby daddy.
Yeah. How's it going?
All right.
Okay.
Go ahead.
News and information brought to us by Strokers. Right behind Easy Rider on Harry Hines. I'll be there Friday night with tickets to the Harley-Davidson Open Road Tour with Aerosmith, Stone Temple Pilots, October 26th and 27th. And hospitality passes for the O'Reilly Fall Nationals this weekend at Texas Motorplex. We'll see you there Friday. I'm J.D. Ryan on the Talk That Rocks Texas. The new 105.3 FM Talk.
All right, 405, check on traffic. Jonathan Dodge at the controls of the new 105.3 FM Talks. White Lightning.
Thank you, Russell. This report brought to you by Nextel in Dallas eastbound. I-30, the old turnpike at I-35. There's an accident pretty much cleared out of the way. That backup starting to unwind. Northbound, I-35 south Earl Thornton and East 8th Street. There's an accident that will only cause a minor delay. Bit of a delay southbound, I-35, Simmons and Industrial Boulevard due to an accident there. This report brought to you by the Texas Lottery. Hey, Texas, you feeling lucky?
They get the phone fixed.
Texas Lottery has your number in
What?
Super
No, they're still
Lucky
working on it.
7.
It's
You can win up to
just-
$77,000. Play Super Lucky 7 today. That's traffic. I'm Jonathan Dodge. And the new 105.3 FM White Lightning.
Jonathan, all right, 58 for the low tonight. Still kind of cool.
I guess I could shut the mics off sometime.
Yes. What are you doing?
Go ahead.
A few showers this evening, then partly cloudy for tomorrow. Warming up for the weekend. Looks like Saturday. It's just going to be beautiful for Texas, Oklahoma, or the fair, whatever you want to do. Then turning cold again Sunday. We have 67 degrees currently at the Talk That Rocks Texas, the new 105.3 FM Talk.
I'm sorry, what were you saying?
Oh, they walked in, or Jay walked in.
It was working. When he came in, I went, I just reset it, and it's working.
It worked for all of 5 seconds. And he said, it's fine. You just had to have this on set on number DD1. That one's set on DD1. Everything's fine.
See, I told Eddie when he left the studio, because he came into the studio, he goes, man, make sure this says talent, the phone, and make sure the computer screen says talent, and blah, blah, blah. I went,
Did all that.
I went, all of that was done because I just took a phone call. Because we talked to Thomas at the start of the show.
Right.
Phone call had been screened. I took the call. Everything was fine. So I said everything was working, and then it just stopped. Well, you got to make sure it went. And as soon as he left, I told Eddie, I went, he didn't hear anything I just told him. It was all working, and then it stopped. Now, had it not been working from the start, that would be different.
Right.
Well, I guess we missed Tony Danza. How horrible.
Jeez.
Angela. It's still down.
It was working just 8 seconds ago.
It works for 5-10 seconds and then goes out again. And all the resets in the world are not helping.
Too bad.
You know what the next excuse will be? Water in the trunk line.
No, that wouldn't keep the phones from working. That would keep the calls from coming in.
That's always their next excuse. Water in the trunk line causes their problem in the phone systems.
Man, there's water in the trunk line. I got to go to the transmitter.
Yeah, what was the last time? All the Lysol you spray in here, that's causing all the electrical problems.
Yeah, that's why you got all these shorts. It's the Lysol. Then they found out it was a wire in the back.
Yeah.
They really said the Lysol?
Yes.
Yeah.
They really said that.
That was causing a problem with the little faders where I turn stuff on and off. That was at the old studio.
Even though Lysol's is standard in any radio station, anywhere.
Forgot what I was saying.
Tony Danza. Phone lines.
Oh, I don't really care anymore. I didn't have... What are you asking? Hey.
Why'd you decide to do this?
And then he'd go off on a tear, and then we'd talk over him, and he would think he's talking for a while and wouldn't make fun of him. That's pretty much the interview.
I enjoyed it. Mark that down for best of.
I read someplace earlier this year, he was talking with somebody, and they asked him if he ever saw Alyssa Milano's twat, and he punched him in the throat. Damn.
I guess that's a no. Or a yes.
It doesn't really matter. Because it was just like a clump of writers. And I think they were just, I don't know what they were doing, but they were in a group, and they're throwing questions out, some ideas for him, and they said, hey, you ever see Alyssa Milano's coochie? He climbs over the table, and before anybody could grab him to stop him, punches the guy right in the throat. That made me laugh.
Yeah. And he's probably a pretty strong guy.
He was Golden Globe.
Yeah. But even now, I mean.
What is it now? Trunk line?
I was just on the phone with Tony Danza.
Yeah?
He called in and said, oh, Dan, I've been having trouble getting through. I said, well, I'm sorry you weren't.
So probably your lousy phone line should get a better sitcom.
Right as he started his next sentence, they cut the phone lines. They're gone completely. So they're still working on him. But it cut him off, so he thinks, what a bunch of jerks.
Punched him in the throat.
Yeah. There's no way to call him back and
not where he is. I have to call the agent's office in L.A. and tell them what's going on, and they have to call him because he's in New York.
I want to talk to him now. I want to know about the guy he punched in the throat. Go call the agent.
All right. I'll make an attempt to reschedule.
In comes through the phone and punches you.
I got pound 69.
Oh, God.
Well, that's an appropriate question to ask now, the way Alyssa Milano, but when he was working with her back in the 80s, she was like 7 or 8.
Yes.
Well, and I suspect there's a certain amount of paternalistic feeling that he has for her.
Yeah, probably so. Just because he was there while she was growing up.
Sure.
What is it now, Jay? Something in the trunk line?
I got your trunk line.
What is it?
I switched you to a different one.
Oh, does it work now? It don't work.
Now?
I bet it don't. Hello?
Russ?
I didn't want to talk to you.
Did it work?
No.
Be honest.
Well, the call screener and the phone don't match up.
Well, okay. Where's your mouse at?
I don't know. Too many mice in here. Yeah, he was in Golden Globes for a while. That's when they had a few episodes of Taxi where he actually was boxing. I think he actually fought some real guy in Taxi. I forget what it was for. And they were supposed to stage one of the punches, and the guy really cold-cocked him.
In real life?
Really?
No, on the TV show.
Okay.
I said he was supposed to pull the punch, and the guy really cold-cocked him. See,
in
real life, you don't pull punches.
Okay.
In real life, you really go ahead and hit them.
I'm with you.
Okay. I wonder if he ever saw it.
Don't even. He was tiny. Quit.
I mean that. That's gross.
Yes.
I'm still wigging out over that dream I had about a 16-year-old.
That's a little freaky. I just think it's a spin-off of the chick that came in here the other day that we all thought was 20, turned out to be 17.
And let me point out that in the dream, I didn't have sex with her.
No. You've also had sex dreams about your mom. I mean, you have.
It was Jessica Lord's body.
It was your mom.
And my mom's face, and I wasn't having sex with her.
You were about to.
But I didn't when I saw that it was my mom's face on Jessica Lord's body. I cared nothing to know what that means. It was like a scene out of a bad movie where, it's the camera's panning up from the legs. You see the feet, then the calves, and the knee, and then the cooter, and then the belly, and the cans, and then there's your mom's face.
Yike.
Clean your room?
Oh. That's all.
Jeez. I'm surprised Freud's not outside the studio knocking on the door trying to get in.
Why?
To interpret that dream for you.
Freud. 2.
Yeah. So was a 16-year-old just there? Was she coming on to you?
Yeah, it was just like the relationship was starting up and everything's fine, and then she goes, by the way, I'm 16.
And you just freaked.
Yeah.
Even in the dream. Did you wake you up or you just...
No, not right off.
What happened right off? Well, you don't want to be rude.
Yeah.
Hurt her feelings.
Stop it. My mistake. Plus, it's not really my sex life we should be talking about right now. Isn't that right, Everett?
What?
Yeah. Have we mentioned your girlfriend's name on the air yet?
No, let's not do that.
You want to pick one?
Sure.
Let's use Joy.
That's taken.
Yeah, that's done.
Oh.
Somebody has that one.
Dan's not in the room. Let's use Laura. That way, for anybody that comes in later on the story, it'll throw them off, and it sounds like you're doing weird crap with Dan's wife.
Okay, perfect.
All
I
right.
like that.
All right. So you're in bed and Laura does what?
Well, let's just say I was handcuffed but not under arrest.
Yeah.
And at some point...
What kind of handcuffs was she using?
Well, the usual kind, furry.
Yeah, I remember when I got stopped in Tarrant County. That's what they put on me. Big furry ones.
It's customary.
At what point did she do your feet?
No, that would be weird.
No, it's not weird. Did she do your hands?
Yeah.
Were these handcuffs you could get out of if you wanted to?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, well then it's not weird.
With the little push button things?
Yeah.
I used to have a pair of those, and I got the real ones.
Yeah.
Well, what's the use of doing it if you can get loose? That takes away from the whole mystique of the, what do they call it when you do that? When you lock somebody else up.
Oh, bondage?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, no, not really. I mean,
yes, it does.
Role-playing.
So now you're into this.
Well, it's just something new to try, I guess.
You haven't been dating this chick that long. Why you got to do role-playing? God, she's got big penis.
It's just something fun to do. Just, why not,
And so while you're handcuffed... I can't wait till your next court appearance. While you're... Because you know this is coming up someplace.
Listen, nothing comes as a surprise anymore. So...
When you're handcuffed, what did she do to you?
Anything she wanted.
I'm trying to get a visual. Were you handcuffed in front, in back, or above your head?
Above my head.
Okay, very good. Sorry.
That doesn't help me with the story, but I'm glad you feel better about it now.
I'm trying to get a visual of what they were doing, okay?
Just the handcuff thing is weird enough to me.
People do it all the time. They sell them in stores for that very purpose.
Where'd you get them?
Some store that sells them for that very purpose. I don't recall which one.
All right.
I'm not sure if it was a sponsor or not.
Okay.
But I'm sure it probably was.
Get on with the story.
Well, anyway, at some point, I noticed after the fact.
After you were handcuffed with furry handcuffs.
Yes. And
counselor.
Everything was done.
Yeah.
Lawyers have private lives too, I noticed that I didn't have any feeling in my thumb.
Why?
Because apparently the way the handcuff was positioned, it somehow did some kind of nerve damage to my thumb.
Probably pinched a nerve right there in the corner.
Yeah, exactly.
Isn't it funny how JD knows about that?
I've admitted that.
Yeah, that's the ulnar nerve. You see, it flows right up right.
All right, so and now is your nerve just totally screwed?
No, it's actually getting better. I was pretty worried about it for a couple of days. It happened Sunday. And Monday, when my thumb was still dead, I called the doctor and I said, what do I need to do about this? And he said, well, you may have suffered some permanent nerve damage because if it were simply loss of blood flow, it would return, like when your leg goes to sleep. blood flows back to it and you're good to go.
And you get up and walk around and it goes.
Right. The next day when you wake up and your thumb is still dead.
Yeah.
That's generally a bad sign. But the good news is the feeling is returning to my thumb.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I'm very excited about that.
So at what point did you decide you were going to start doing bondage?
When we were talking about it last week, actually it was JD's.
You've never done this before?
I've never done it before. Okay. Never doing it again.
Is it because of the thumb thing, or you just think, all right, well, screw the thumb thing. That's got nothing to do with the story.
Well, it's got everything to do with it.
No, it doesn't. You accidentally got hurt. If you could do don't make me spelling laughter you. Mm-hmm. You're not going to do it again just because you got hurt, not because you didn't enjoy the event.
Right.
All right. JD does it all the time. And JD does it for real in handcuffs.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, Joy's going to wig out one day, and she's going to take out all her frustrations that she has on me.
Oh, God. Can I borrow those one with a quick release?
And you're going to turn into the Teflon Don because she's going to beat the snot out of you with a pan. And the fact that you
say that, I will never be able to relax again.
If I can't relax with chicks, nobody here should be able to. Because every time that I'm getting sex in any fashion, even if it's knob action, I'm looking for something blunt to whack them in the head because I know most chicks hate me and somebody's going to bite my crank off.
Oh. Even with a married chick that delivers? Or do you consider her safe?
She's safe. In fact, she came by. I forgot about that. She came by today. I forgot to call and tell her that our Wednesday at 11:30 was off because I had the surgery on my crank this past week, and there's no good.
So she just drops by on a regular basis now. It's like a schedule with her.
Yeah.
Didn't know that. Wow.
It's great.
Yeah.
And she comes in now, and she just, it's weird, but it's just so damn convenient. She just comes in and goes, all right, where do you want it? You want to hear on the stairs? You want to go back upstairs to your office? You want to sit in your, because I got the big leather chair in front of my computer. You want to go sit in that chair and you look at porn while I do it? And then as soon as she's done, she don't stay for lunch. She don't watch the news. She just gets up and leaves.
Does she do the same thing every time, though?
Anything. She wanted to...
What?
She wanted to practice the salad thing because her husband didn't want her to do it. She goes, well, maybe I'll try and get it right. Can I practice on you? Well, normally I do show prep at 11:30.
But this one time.
Yeah. So then she does it, and she apologizes if it wasn't up to par.
Where did you find this woman? Well, I know her. I know where you found her.
God. It's great.
Yeah.
So if nothing else is going on, I can always look forward to Wednesdays at 11:30, whether I'm dating anybody or not. Just today was a letdown.
You had the life.
And then I got all worked up, and she left.
Yeah. Are you still bleeding when you do that?
Mm-hmm.
Quit it! You're going to do damage. The doctor was on yesterday and said, Fentanyl came on and said, don't do that. You can cause permanent scarring and damage. He can't resist.
I can't believe after all these years you actually had that procedure done.
What?
What you had done? What do you mean what?
Clipping the whole
Well, it's not any big deal. There was just two areas. When I was born, I had the circumcision. My mom didn't keep it clean. That's what he said happened. Yeah. Didn't keep it clean, and two small areas on each side just healed and grew back. And that was it. Fentanyl looked at it and goes, oh, that's 2 seconds. Snip, snip, you're done. Then after he's done doing it, he goes, by the way, you can't do anything for 10 days.
That lasted all of 2.
It ain't lasted.
No.
And every time I do it and break the skin, I got to wait another 10 days.
You're going to cause some scarring, seriously.
You'll never make it.
I don't think seriously, I won't.
You'll be 75. It'll still be healing.
Where, Eddie's not in here. I don't know if we need a break or not. JR, are the phones fixed now? You don't know?
Which one's the keyboard for the phones? This one. There you go. It'll work.
What was it?
I don't know. Put you on a different one.
Oh. Some at the transmitter?
Yeah, that's it.
See if it works. Hello, Tony?
No, this is Aaron.
Oh.
Looking for Tony?
Tony Danza.
Oh, Angela.
Aaron who?
Aaron Aryenport, the guy who does the art.
Oh, where the hell you been?
I've been trying to call in, but I keep getting hung up on.
Oh.
So.
No, I just meant in general. I haven't heard from you, and when was the last time we heard from him?
Months.
Yeah.
I'm sorry about that.
Where you been?
I've been in Dallas flaking out. So, I have a new job, and
what's your new job?
I'm working in the corporate world.
Hmm.
And then...
I thought you were trying to get out of that. Why don't you just do artwork all the time? Because you go to your website. Who's still got the link up? Eddie, do you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you go to eddieboyd.com. There's a link on the front page of his site. You do know your work is good enough to do professional work all the time.
Well, I'm kind of doing corporate art, so it works out. A little bit. I love the cartoon stuff, though, so that's why I come back to you.
Mm. I'd like some new artwork, please.
Okay, you got it.
I would like, I don't know how to describe it. Remember when you were a kid and they had those drawings of these monsters and dragsters?
Mm-hmm.
Sure, yeah.
Great big rear ends,
right.
Front ends popped up off the ground, great big gear shift, and they're going like this.
Yeah. Gear shift is over their head?
Yeah, the gear shift is like 2 feet above their head, and they're holding the steering wheel, and they're going like this, and they're shifting.
What was it called?
I don't know. Okay. Monster Racers.
Okay.
I'd like one of those in the Batmobile, please.
Batmobile.
Yes.
60s, of course.
Yes.
But you got it.
Okay.
Okay.
That it? Nothing else going on with you?
No. I'm also doing some comedy on the side.
I can tell. Where are you performing?
I'll be up tonight at a place called Scooters in Garland.
I don't know where that is.
There's Northwest Highway and Saturn Road, not far from LBJ.
That's catty corner.
Go ahead, Dan.
Catty corner from on the border.
Yeah. You still there?
Not too sure.
Yeah. Are they still dicking around with their phones?
Either that or they're crapping out completely.
Yeah. What is your act? Because you've always been such a charismatic guy. I've always thought you should do comedy.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
No, I've got the Jewish mother and the Persian father, so it makes for great comedy. So talk about that, talk about family, talk about lots of things. So,
What time are you on tonight?
Tonight there's an open mic that I'm emceeing. That starts at 7.
Oh, that's got to be fun.
Yeah, it is.
So it's anybody that can get up?
Well, sort of. We had a drunk walk up to the mic. It was hysterical last week while I'm in the middle of my act. So,
what time is this tonight? I may come out because there's nothing funnier than drunks on stage.
7 o'clock tonight.
Yeah.
And then there's going to be a great big comedy show, a little bit more polished, Friday night at a place called Pugsley's Library.
Oh, I've heard of that. Mm-hmm.
And
7 o'clock I can't make. Well, how long does the thing go on?
It goes on, depends on how many drunk people there are. About an hour and a half.
Oh, I may go. You know what? I got to go. This phone's driving me nuts.
Okay.
All right, thanks, Aaron.
ZFWcomedy.com.
What? What'd he say?
ZFWcomedy.com.
Oh. Yeah, he's a funny guy. I can tell. I'm doing comedy now. It's a pretty funny act. Yeah. Not as funny as this crap you're doing on the air. Break? All right. So what's the word on the phones? Are they going to work for a while or not?
Try another line, see if it's just anything, see if it even buzzes.
Michelle?
Yeah.
It's going to click all effing day. Right. Well, wherever they are, tell them not to go because the phones are still screwed.
Right. I'll get them.
I'm sorry. Can you hold on through the break?
Sure.
Okay. Are you mad about something?
No. Well, yes, I am.
All right. Well, then just hold on. All right. Eddie Boyd is here. J.D. Ryan, Dan Lewis, Ever Newton, the rock and roll attorney. Mally's on the phones. Jonathan's in the thing. Friday's our deadline for Mothra and the Money, right?
Yes.
Can I get the garage doors hauled out of my backyard?
I think it would probably be safe. I got the second check.
Oh, you did?
Yesterday. I'm just waiting to see if it clears. I presume that it will.
The first one cleared, right?
Yes.
All right.
I mean, the best advice would be to tell you, hang on until we make sure the second check clears.
They've been sitting out in my backyard since all of this happened.
Okay. Do what you like. You can weigh the relative merits of either course of action.
$2 grand's already cleared, right?
Yes.
I can run the risk for all right, I'll wait. Yeah. Well, as sure as I say it on the air, I'll get rid of the doors. She'll stop payment on the other check.
I would wait. I think it would be fine, but the better advice is to wait a few days.
Wouldn't you think the pictures that you have already are enough? And then taking pictures of the garage doors broken down, lying in your backyard?
I've got all of that. I've got the cops that came out, the cop friend of mine that came out, looked at everything, helped me take pictures, measure it, actually witnessed it, said he would take the report anytime I needed. What, I got to have the door.
Hang on till Friday.
It's a 16-foot door laying in my driveway.
2 days.
Why don't you do this? Arrange to have it hauled off on Saturday, and by then, All the money should be in place. I'll bring the paperwork up here Friday for you to sign.
What's the paperwork?
The settlement agreement.
Which says what?
Well, that you and she are releasing claims against each other.
What claims does she have against me?
That's the standard language in a settlement agreement.
I don't like that. It sounds like I did something.
No. In fact, it will be specifically spelled out in the agreement that neither party admits any sort of liability with regard to the other party.
But she did do something.
Well, the purpose of the settlement agreement is to settle things. So, in exchange for her making
There's no existing liability, but there was.
Right. But the purpose of the settlement agreement is to release all claims for both of you to go your separate ways. She will have made restitution.
You'll have no further claim down the road. You can't go back and go, oh, yeah, I want 500 more.
No, I understand what it is. I don't like the current wording. There was a liability, thus the reason for this settlement.
Well,
this makes it sound like nothing happened, and we're saying nothing happened. Did she ask about me?
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
I'm horny.
Don't. Oh, no.
Did she?
Oh. I'm not allowed to talk to her because she's represented by counsel.
What about your girlfriend? They still talk, don't they?
They emailed back and forth about something totally unrelated.
She don't ask about me?
I don't think so, no. I think the two of you are through.
No. I miss her. Every day I see the garage door all smashed to F, and I think about her.
Is your front door fixed yet?
Not yet.
Okay.
Maybe I can talk to her attorney about the possibility of the two of you getting together again.
Yeah, the two attorneys have to discuss the date. If anything, maybe there are other fish in the sea.
You know what? There are times, and there's one specific person in Dallas who knows what I'm talking about, to where sometimes
yes,
you have a relationship, you get a divorce, and for some stupid-ass reason, you marry them again.
I've heard of that before.
Only an idiot would do something like that.
I've always wondered about that. There was just anybody we could talk to about it that knows.
I am so close to just throwing everything out. On an unrelated note, Dan, have you called anybody about the questions I'd like to ask Steve Blow?
Not yet. I was dealing with the phone issue, but I can go do that right now if you like.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you. What, she didn't ask.
I can't talk to her. I can only
ask her attorney. Ask her attorney if she wants to go out. just to see what she says. Okay. Just the whole concept makes me laugh.
It's winter. You don't need flowers.
I just planted some new mums.
Oh, Lord.
And those things were, to replace the flowers, it's like $190. Damn. They're like $10.80 a pot.
I guess you tabulated all that into the settlement?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. It's all contemplated. Everything's good.
Yeah.
Just do the paperwork and.
So now I don't want her pulling up my mums. I got some weed. Why is the bitch couldn't pull up weeds? All the weeds I got, she's got to pull up the flowers.
Because you liked the flowers. Didn't you make a comment earlier in the day?
She asked me about the flowers because I got a rose bush on the side of the house and I got flowers in the front and flowers in the back. She says, "Do you ever cut those and put them in a vase?" No, I grow them outside so they can stay there. You don't see me ever going out and, cutting about a square block out of the shrubs and sticking it in a vase. They're growing out there for a reason. It's called landscaping.
Well, I told you her logical reason why she pulled up your flowers.
Because I didn't deserve anything beautiful?
That's her position.
So once again, she admitted it.
Yes, of course.
Yes, Michelle?
Yeah, Russ, I just have kind of a point and a question. I just don't understand why men feel the need to just be their behavior to be so freaking repulsive when they try to hit on us out and about. What's up with that?
Repulsive. This phone.
What? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Repulsive how?
You know, hitting on us and just making lewd and just stupid ass comments. We cannot tell that they want some. That they're on the hunt to get some. Come on.
Well, so you obviously know that.
Well, obviously, that's my whole point. I just want to know, what does it make you feel powerful? I mean, what?
I don't know. What are guys doing when they come up? Is it already hanging out? Or they come up and ask, do you want to look at it?
No, it's just the cheesy look on their face. It's the sleazy used car dealer look. I mean, we all know it.
Hey, nice place. And look at my...
No, you know the look. You probably do it sometimes too, and I'm fine with it occasionally, but it just doesn't. I don't get it.
I don't really know what guys are doing. Plus, I'm too big of a pussy to go up to chicks in public anyway. That's why I always get, either I do it on the show or I get Dan to be my pimp.
Yeah, I can't walk up to girls
Well,
and
and that's
say,
cool, but I'm just saying, my point is why can't a guy just be honest? Hey, if you want some, just ask me.
Because you get slapped.
Well, yeah.
If you would give it up, then we would ask that way. But you always make a big deal out of it. You got this stupid ritual that we got to go through. Chase, hunt, flowers, chat, dinner, all this other stuff before you even let us look at it.
Yeah, but Russ, 9 times out of 10 that's going to happen, but there is going to be one time where she's going to go, okay, let's go.
That's about the odds. Yeah, I know a guy used to do that all the time. He'd say, he would just walk up to a woman and go, hey, would you like to have sex later this evening? And I'd say like 15 times he'd either get slapped or they'd laugh and walk away. But he said the 16th time she'd say yes.
Are you talking about Hargett?
No, it was another friend of mine who was a car dealer, I might add.
Oh, my God.
Hargett's not a car dealer.
No, I have a friend of mine who was a car dealer, and that was his approach. He'd walk up just to go, hey, I'm going to cut through all the crap. I would like to have sex tonight. You have any interest? And she'd go, get away from me, you know. But every once in a while she'd go, yeah, why not?
I think that's why Hargett, being our sales guy, or former sales guy, who was as hideous as he was, he would just hit on every single thing that came along. He even went to the old people's bar and was hitting on the blue hairs. Yep. He got more sex than he could handle. Not from people you want to take pictures of, but he was always getting sex.
So it's just playing the odds.
You still there, Michelle?
Yeah.
I have no answer for you.
All right, thanks anyway. I hope I proved my point. Be honest.
Honest doesn't work with you.
It doesn't work.
Well, 9 times out of 10, 1 time out of 10 it will.
Well, you know what? When you're going out to get sex, you're playing the odds. And if the odds are against you already, why make them even worse? You don't want to. You can't handle the truth.
It gives you character.
Getting turned down?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing that is... That's why I won't do it. I would rather just be by myself. If it wasn't for Dan being my pimp, I'd never have women. I wouldn't.
Well, I have no answer for that.
I've done it one time.
Why? Obviously you're going to bars. What are you going to bars for? You're going to bars to get hit on, right? Why don't you go up to guys? Why don't you take the pressure off of us? I'm sick of that crap. Just one time I'd like for somebody to come up, sit next to me, buy me a beer, and try and finger me.
I do that. I don't have a single problem being aggressive at all. Absolutely not.
Most women do, though. You're different, but most women do.
Most women go out. They don't even take cash because they know a bunch of dolts are going to buy them free drinks.
Well, yeah, that's because you prove us that. I mean, you prove us right time after time after time after time. Right?
No.
Yes. Any girl can go out to any bar, not take any cash, and get her drinks paid for.
Mm-hmm. Not any girl. Hot girls.
Hot girls. Yeah.
Half attractive ones can.
I used to have a cousin that would go out with guys just for meals when she was in college and short on cash. She would go out with guys just to cut down on her food bill. She'd laugh about it.
Most of them do.
They do.
It's just like the guys that go to topless bars. They think this chick, we bonded, how weird I would meet her in a topless bar. Thank God I came in here tonight.
I have found my life mate. We'll be together until my cash runs out.
Are they still working on the phones, by the way?
Yes, they are. They're trying to.
What are they doing? Poking it with a coat hanger? Because that's what it sounds like. Listen, you still there, Michelle?
Yeah.
No, it's not going to do it.
There. See? That's exactly what it sounds like. They're in the back poking electrical wires with a coat hanger.
I just went back there and checked. And there are 4 engineers standing back there, all of them with their arms crossed, just staring at it.
Is that it? Hope that one.
All right. That was smart.
All right, hang on. Let me check the manual. No, sparking's bad. Don't hit that one again.
All right. Mark the blue one.
All right. Sorry, Michelle, I can't help you.
All right, Russ. Well, that's just my point.
You came to the wrong person because I don't go hit on chicks. Yeah. Either it just happens with me or it doesn't.
What, do they come up to you?
Or you have someone do it for you.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's why I use Dan, to be my pimp daddy.
I want to know why you're putting yourself in that position and then complaining about it.
Yeah, you're going to bars. You know exactly, and it happens over and over and over.
No, that's not my point. My point is just be honest. Yes, I'm complaining because who likes to have some cheesy guy come up?
Well, why don't you, when the guy comes up, why don't you just say, after he makes a stupid line or whatever, hey, dude, had you come up and just been honest, you'd had a better shot with me. And then see what he says. Find out why he was pulling that.
Well, I could do that a couple times, but it's continual with guys. It's continual.
I get it. And I can't stand the phones. There was, 4 years? I didn't go out with anybody just because I didn't want to mess with it. Yeah. No dates, no sex, nothing.
Damn, 4 years without sex?
Mm-hmm.
How old were you?
30.
Jesus.
29.
Was that right after the show was canceled?
You lived with the TV show?
Yeah. And you lived with your dad? Was that period?
I'm trying to think when the exact period was. It was like 3.5 years. And of course, living with your dad, that just lends itself to bringing chicks home. And then finally, I decide, you know what? I'm going to break down. Yes, Anthony?
Hello.
Yes.
Hi, I got through. My name's Anthony. I was at the park this morning, about 11:30.
I get to the point pretty quick. It sounds like they're drilling.
Yeah. I was playing soccer with my dog and having a good time, getting muddy. Coming back, wiping the dog off at the car. Before I put her in, I hooked her leash to the seatbelt.
Yes.
Then I went around to the other side of the car and I took my soccer cleats off.
Yes, of course you have to.
And I was banging them on the ground to get the mud off.
Right.
About that time, I hear a yelp and my car rocks a little.
Uh-huh.
I get another one, I come around and a guy's kicking my dog. So I jump on the guy, push him over to his car on the ground, and pop him a couple times.
Why was he kicking your dog?
I don't have a clue. I go back over to the dog. I put her in the car. She's fecalated on herself and peed. She's really scared.
Did you ask the guy, why are you kicking my dog?
I go back to him. He's retarded.
Oh, well, that makes sense, because when I was a kid, we always beat up on the smarter kids.
No, he was retarded.
That's why he was... That's why I was beating up. That's why I was beating up on your dog.
Jesus.
What?
So my question is for you and Everett.
I just answered it.
Let it go.
I didn't think it was that funny, but thank you for the obligatory laughter.
It was just so slick. Right between the ribs.
How are we doing on spot?
We need to break.
Okay. I'll do a little radio tease here. I finally decided I'm going to bang this chick after this long hiatus of not doing anybody. All right. So there was actually a period of time where I wasn't dating anybody, and then the TV show went off the air, and then I moved in with my dad. So the two kind of overlap.
I understand.
Does that make sense?
That was after somebody died. Okay.
Oh, that had nothing to do with it.
Okay.
Everybody in my life thought it did. It had nothing to do with the fact she died. In fact, at her funeral, I'm looking at her laying there in the casket thingy, and I said out loud, "You still owe me $5,000, bitch."
God.
I did?
You're angry.
You want to know something else weird? Because she had fake hands.
You don't even say this out loud. Russ Martin.
I didn't. I thought about it.
I am shocked that even crossed your mind.
You are not.
I am totally shocked. At a funeral to the body?
I didn't do it.
You thought about it.
Yeah. $5,000's $5,000. something else?
Sure. Go ahead, what you want to. Didn't know you were so emotional. Sorry.
You're talking about naked chicks.
Yes.
I can't do anything.
He hasn't stopped you.
I'm going to go home again, look like I've been pulling leeches off my crane.
We didn't talk about it yesterday. You, one of the girls from, I believe,
the lodge
to come back up.
You missed him Monday, Everett.
Really?
Oh, there's...
And Dr. Natasha was here. He saw 6 breasts in a matter of 30 minutes.
Wow.
Dr. Natasha let me play with her cans.
Did she really?
Absolutely.
Extendedly.
She just said that. I'm telling you, I think after a while, I could end up poking that.
She seems awfully in love with her husband. Really.
How many times have you been in love with somebody? Mm-hmm. All right, just don't work with a guy. Forget it. All right, with chicks, how many times have you been with a chick that was absolutely in love and she would let some other guy play with her cans?
Yeah, that's true. Well,
and I wasn't even just checking for, because it's Cancer Awareness Month.
Right.
I wasn't just checking for that.
True. But you were on the radio. She was a sex therapist.
But you were reading news, and we weren't saying anything.
Oh, I know. You're making noises.
Yeah. I think a couple of drinks, and I could have gotten it. Dan says we got to plug that.
Okay.
Read it, please.
The White Trash Party tickets, we're going to be condoms to go at 75 at Walnut Hill in Dallas from 5 until 6 o'clock. Go by, register your...
that would be today, by the way.
Yes, today. Go by and get your tickets.
That's important to say.
White Trash Party featuring Loverboy. Also registered to be a White Trash VIT. I wondered about that, how we're going to get those. Thursday's ticket hit's going to be at Razoo's in Bedford from 5 to 6. Fridays will be at Car Toys located.
That's too much info all at once. Just do today's.
Just today. Okay, we're at Condoms to Go from 5 to 6, 75 at Walnut Hill. Come get your White Trash tickets.
I think Michelle went out there, too. Yeah, hang on to that. Michelle from Wild.
Oh, did she?
She's cute.
Oh, yes, she is. All right. They got some hot little ladies over there.
Look what we got.
We have some great sales chicks.
Yeah.
Well, you've been through them all, though. They're old. That's what we were saying. When you see a new part of the relationship and you just...
we were talking about Lorenzo Lamas dumping this,
yeah.
What was her name? Shauna Sand chick. Because I went and looked at pictures of her on the internet.
And the point was, after 4 or 5 years, even that, you go, you see that come out of the shower, you go, Jesus.
Well, and who knows what kind of emotional baggage goes with her. I mean, she looks great, but good God, she could be a lunatic.
Well, it's like Tawny Katane. She was hot in the 70s, and now she's trying to get, what is it, 14, 12, some $1 million from, what's his butt?
Yeah.
Finley.
He promised to support me forever. He said so.
Well, that was probably before he found out you weren't. Yeah. Because you guys got a nasty habit about hiding that. And then all of a sudden at the end, you just jump out and it leaps all over us.
Where's that? I had that somewhere.
What, the Tawny Katane thing?
I was trying to get. Here it is. 12 million. Yeah, 12 million.
She won 12 million lump or 12 million a year?
She's suing the 112 for 12 million, it says here. And what the basis of the lawsuit? Chuck's failure to keep his promise to support Tawny financially for the rest of her life.
She tried to beat him with a high heel shoe.
The lawyer's calling it a breach of contract. Yeah, beat him up. When she became pregnant with her first daughter in 1992, Finley asked her to quit working and become a full-time mother in exchange for financial support. So says the lawsuit. So she wants 12 mil.
That hold up, E?
That California?
Probably.
Yeah, I think they have alimony out there. So framed in the form of alimony, she might get some sort of payment, but 12 million sounds a bit excessive.
Even after an assault, she can still go for alimony?
Yeah, I mean...
those would be almost two different cases, right?
Exactly. That's
one's criminal, one's civil.
Yeah, and that's not really relevant to the inquiry of whether or not she's entitled to some sort of alimony or spousal support.
Well, I don't understand why he couldn't bring that into court and say, this is why I divorced her, because she went nuts. She did try to kill me. She assaulted me. I shouldn't have to pay her anything.
And she don't look like she did in those videos anymore. That would be the first thing I would bring up. I'd bring the video into court. What was she, in a White Snake video?
White Snake.
Yeah. I'd bring that into court, show it to the judge, and then show him the current mug shots and go, well, can I go?
I saw this. This is down at the bottom. She also claims she boosted his career by lending her celebrity to him.
What does he do?
He's baseball.
Baseball player.
How does that help him?
That's exactly.
Not at all.
Yeah. Because I'm a celebrity, I helped him be bigger than he was. So I deserve the cash.
Lovely.
I lost track of her in 1984 after that Rat Out of the Cellar cover she was on.
I miss that.
It's a fantastic album cover.
Last thing I really remember seeing her in that she looked good was the new WKRP in Cincinnati.
She looked good in that? I never saw that show.
That was it. It wasn't on long, and I think it was on VH1. I think it was in syndication, and VH1 picked it up for a while, and then it went nowhere.
Didn't she do one of the, like, America's Funniest Home Videos or one of those animal-type shows for a while?
She did.
Yeah.
I'm not sure which one, but it didn't last long.
Man, she looked like snot in that mugshot after they arrested her. Really, if she looks like that now, they should let him go. Free.
Well, and there's no record of him ever whacking her around, right? I don't remember.
I don't think so. When did he get a chance?
You got a point.
You got to be able to put your guard down so you can whack them.
Besides, what more damage could he do? Look at that face.
Yeah, let's see here. Yes, Martin?
Yes. I didn't even know they were still married. They were married until it came up that she had assaulted him. But aside from that, I was walking through my living room the other day, had the news on, and I saw a picture on the screen there of Mayor Sweetie Pants.
Yes.
And I seem to recall someplace, she said that she was going to have an officially proclaimed Russ Martin Day.
Yeah, where's my Russ Martin Day?
Yeah.
Dan?
I don't know.
Because, Captain Kirk did it, but he sort of kind of did it half-assed.
Yeah, he did it, I think, just to shut me up.
Yeah.
Well,
but she said something about an official one.
Yeah, an official city proclamation.
Right.
I do remember her saying that she would have to go through some sort of procedure, and she would attempt to get that through.
No, there's no attempt. She's mayor. She goes out and she proclaims it Russ Martin Day, based on things I've done for the community, and she can have that plaque right there between her legs and say, come and get it.
I think she sort of tapped and danced on that, if I remember
No, she
correctly.
didn't. You got her cell phone, Dan?
Oh, yeah.
I just was wondering what had ever happened with that. Your birthday is come and gone now.
Thank you. I'm going to, what?
Get the mayor on the blower. Say it. You know you want to.
Thanks, Martin.
Oh, when he gets the Batmobile and the mayor. Oh, Jesus.
Well, since the DA, since I got nothing to do with him, I'll give it to the mayor. She'll be the only one that'll have it. Just so anytime it rings, I just pick it up. Yes, Mayor. Thank you, citizen. Calling her Honorable Sweetie Pants. Is this her cell or the number straight to her office?
This is her cell.
Oh. This is Laura Miller. Please leave a message at the tone.
Hey, Sweetie Pants, what happened to my official Russ Martin Day? It was supposed to happen earlier this month and I didn't get it. Please call me back at your earliest convenience. What's our number, Dan? Is that the hotline?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's a hotline. Call us directly back. Okay? What are you wearing? Are you there? Pick up. You wearing that wig I told you to get?
Quit it.
Hurry up and call me back. I miss you. And one more thing.
Jesus. And you expect her to pick up the phone and call back after that.
I got $100 and she does. She knows she's got to run again in about a year.
That's true.
And who's going to be her biggest supporter?
If she proclaims it Russ Martin Day and gets me a real plaque, it makes me come and get it.
Maybe a key to the city.
I want a plaque. I don't want a key.
You can have both.
No, I want a plaque.
Okay.
Nice, great, big one. City of Dallas emblem. And she can just make me come and get it the whole time going,
Get me, come and get me.
No.
And do it in front of a bunch of people.
No.
Yeah.
She won't do it.
I get her a free wig, too. I'll accept it in my new pimp outfit. The one I got from, what was it? PimpHats.com?
Yeah.
Rodney over at what is the mortgage? CTX Mortgage. Got me a nice pimp outfit. That's what I'll wear.
Okay.
With a bunch of gold jewelry.
Sure.
My blings, or whatever those things are called.
Blings.
Mm-hmm. I'm not going to tell you guys before we went into the break. Oh, so I finally decided I'm going to have sex with the first chick after like 3.5, 4 years.
Mm-hmm. Hold on. We got to do the ticket hit thingy.
JD
I did it.
Oh, you did it?
Yeah.
Okay, good, thanks. We're off the hook.
Condoms to go.
Central at what?
75 at Walnut Hill.
Oh, okay. And Michelle's out there, too.
Yes.
White trash tickets.
Mm-hmm. 3.5 years, you're ready to hit it. This girl.
Moved back home with your dad. Hadn't had any sex.
Okay, I
don't know how you went 3.5 years without sex. Jeez. Anyway, go ahead.
All right, so I finally break down and I go, all right, I got to take her home because we got no place else to go. She was in college, lived with her parents. I'm out of work, living with my parents. Oh, my God. So I finally think, all right, I'm going to do it with her. I'm going to take her home. Go in, go through my whole dad stuff. Hey, just, look at this one. Yeah, this one's white. He's sitting there at his desk. His desk is right there as you walk into the house. So he was always sitting there doing the scratch off, no shirt, flip-flops, black socks, smoking a cigarette. Filter broken off. You know the story. I get her back to the bedroom, and we get ready to go. And that's when she goes, I have something to tell you. I had this happen twice, and it scared me both times, two different chicks. I have something to tell you. What? Well, and this was a chick that would dance around. It would take her forever to say anything to where you would just want to grab her by the head and shake her around like a maraca. And go, just tell me.
To the point. We know how patient you are.
Yes. Well, I don't know yet. Tell me! I have herpes.
Oh, no. Well, at least she told you ahead of time.
Yeah.
And you just waved off.
Yeah, I don't want herpes.
Well, you can wear a condom.
Well, I know, but herpes can jump through condoms.
I don't believe so, but I'm not positive.
I'm not taking a chance. If there were a minefield.
Yes, I understand.
And somebody goes, we're going to put you in a lead-lined outfit, metal surrounded. Now go walk through the minefield. Would you do it anyway?
No.
Thank you.
You're correct. Good call.
The second time a chick did it, it was nothing. Because I always told her, thought great big tattoos on chicks were gross and it was white trash and all the other stuff. And right before she's ready to pull off her panties, she goes, I got something to tell you. Oh, great. This one's got a crank too. Can you just keep it pulled back while we're doing this? If that's what you're going to tell me, just keep it tucked back. And don't let it fly out because it'll hit me in the eye. And all it was she just had a tattoo under her panties. No. I didn't give a rat's ass about that.
No, that's hardly more to bring it up.
No. Yeah.
Jeez. So I say you went another 6 months without having sex?
Oh, after that one?
Yeah.
No, I was probably about another 2 or 3. I was ready to fly by then. I'd already suffered through the embarrassment of bringing a chick home to my dad's.
Yeah.
30 years old living with my dad.
I know.
Wow, but 3.5 or 4 years with no sex. That's incredible.
Yeah. It didn't even dawn on me until, finally I started adding it up. Now, I had gotten a few, different things from different chicks, but not actual. You with me? Yes.
Yeah.
All right, we'll take this, then we'll do news. Yes, Don?
Hey, Russ. Good thing you didn't have any fun with that girl. You can transmit herpes if you wear a condom. It is possible, because when the other parts of the body touch down in those areas, herpes is transmitted that way also, because the sores around the areas and stuff like that, it can't be transmitted with the condom.
Yeah. Plus, once a chick tells you that, blow out the candles.
Pretty much. She did the smart thing.
Thank you.
She'd probably having herpes today if you would have had fun with her.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Don.
Thanks,
real nice of her to tell you, because I'm sure a lot of women, just for that reason, they've been turned down so many times, they don't tell. Especially if they're not currently broken out. Well, I'm not broken out. It's okay.
I have herpes. Well, I'm glad you told me that. And when we finally get ready to have sex, I'll take the necessary precautions. Of course, that was the night I was planning on pounding it all the way into the other room.
Yeah.
But the way she phrased it and the way the evening was playing out, that was my way out. Well, that's great to know. I use condoms when I have sex anyway, so we'll be prepared. I'll take you and your infestation and get out of here. God. All right. Can we do news first? No? Seriously, we just came out of a break 8 minutes ago.
No, it was before 5 o'clock when we came out of the break. It was 4:59.
All right. We'll be back.
More of the Russ Martin Show coming right up. And now, back to the Russ Martin Show with J.D. Ryan, producer Dan Lewis, associate producer Eddie Boyd, rock and roll attorney Everett Newton, and Jonathan Dodge in the new 105.3 FM Talk White Lightning.
The limited edition Russ Martin Show Police and Fire poster is on sale now. Only 500 are available. They are $15 and signed by everyone on the show. To buy yours, go to russmartin.com.
And the one chick that I lived with for 3.5 months. Yeah. It's like 2:20 in the morning. She wakes me up. She's poking me. Rasso. Rasso. What? Yeah. I'm having a panic attack. It's about to get a lot worse. If you don't let me go back to sleep.
Yeah, you want a reason?
So I close my eyes. What? Go walking with me. I don't need to. I'm not having a panic attack. But it's dark outside. Tough break.
Why don't you just walk around the apartment?
Can't. She had to get outside of the apartment. And had to go walking around.
I've never heard of that. Panic attack. I mean, I don't know.
So now, at 2:25 in the morning, I'm walking around half asleep just outside so she can get over this weird thing.
How long did that take?
About 10 minutes.
Oh, was that all?
Of course, you're
what do
wide
you mean
awake.
is that I was asleep?
Well, I know, but Tim, I thought you walked around for an hour or something. I don't know how long it takes to get over a panic attack.
Right, so.
Well, then I know you. You probably went back and lay down, and then you're too pissed off to sleep at that point.
Right.
So you're just lying there thinking about how pissed off you are.
And then you hear her.
And we live in a nice part of town, so there was no reason she couldn't get up and go walking. It was Las Colinas.
No.
So there was no reason you couldn't get up and go walk around the complex yourself. There was security. It's well lit. I think it's worth the risk.
You did.
I was asleep.
I know.
I never woke her up. Rhonda. Having a panic attack. Get up and walk with me.
You don't hear guys doing that.
Because guys aren't nuts.
I had one that told me she hid in a closet during a thunderstorm and then stayed in there all night. Awake. Didn't go sleep. Awake. She goes, I was just afraid to come out at that point. I went, you are a nut. Went out there twice.
You pop it?
No. She's the one that crawled in bed with me naked and they got mad when I just, made motions toward her for sex. What are you doing? Well, yeah.
We're naked. We're going to have sex now.
I didn't say that. I kind of went, well, I thought maybe, I suppose you just have sex with every girl that comes by. Well, yeah, the ones that come naked to my bed, normally that's the next step, yeah. Well, it's not going to happen.
What was her plan?
I have no idea.
It's like when Mothra crawled into my bed after that great big day of explosion and she had that rotten night and she told Everett she's going to come home, get her dog, or come to my house, get her dog, and then leave. She crawls into bed. She was going to kill me.
I'm not totally convinced you're not right. That light.
There was no reason.
Doesn't fall.
Yeah, because she absolutely wigged out at Everett's house, and I don't want to go over there. If my dog wasn't there, I wouldn't go there. And then she just crawls into bed like nothing's going on in her little teddy. She was going to kill me and my dogs.
I think you're right.
Well, I knew she had some kind of divided agenda when I offered to go get the dog, because she had
when we stopped by your house in the middle of the date.
Exactly. And you guys were back in a limo, and she was still in the house. Oh, it's just terrible. I'm just having this awful date, and I can't stand him, and he's just so awful. And if I didn't have to go get my dog, I wouldn't go back over there. And I said, look, geez, if it's that terrible, I'll go get your dog. Well, no, I've got to go get my dog, and then I'll come back over here and spend the night. Blah, blah, blah. I'll go get your dog. Well, no, I've got to go. And I'm thinking, what am I missing here? Because on the one hand, it's so terrible she can't stand to be around Russ for another minute, and yet off she goes back to the limo again, and then you factor in the fact that she jumps in bed with you. I mean, that's just bizarre all the way around.
And it wasn't like a few minutes, like 10, 20 minutes before she got into bed. As soon as we got back to the house, we go in. I had just let the dogs out. She's in bed by the time I get back with the dogs from letting them out. That was the first thing she did. She was going to kill me.
Something's wrong there, yeah. And you'll never know.
It scares me that it got that far. That I almost just got into bed and went, screw it, I'll just get rid of her in the morning. But luckily, I was already pissed off, and I went, you are not staying.
But we're still on, right? You still want me to contact her lawyer about another date?
I just want to see what he says.
Okay.
Just through the attorney. Say, Russ is interested about getting together. Is Mothra interested? Oh, and you guys haven't seen it. For my birthday, Everett gets me this. What is this thing made out of? Is it plaster?
No, it's a resin. It's a resin-based.
You know how when you go to the mall, you see these statues and sculptures of eagles and stuff?
Sure.
And it looks like it's iron or something, but it's not, but it's really hard.
Okay.
So you get the idea?
I know what you're talking about.
All right. Everett gets me this thing with like a 2-foot wingspan that's a Mothra.
It's the actual Mothra.
Nice shot.
Because you can get like all of them, get Godzilla and whatever.
Right.
It grossed me out to put it together. Because it's got the it's got the fangs that actually open and close.
Ooh.
And it's got the 8 little feet that you ram into its belly. And when I opened it, I didn't even want to touch it. But right now it's probably displayed in the closet.
Well, but nevertheless, it's far more expensive than JD's gift, which is really what counts.
Oh, Jesus.
Was it really?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah.
And at least Everett's gift had some thought.
Mine did too.
There's some creativity.
Dr. Fettner cut on my weenie for free. Another birthday gift. That's okay. The gift certificate to Best Buy was absolutely lovely. I gave it to John Bon Jovi.
Correct. Why did your birthday every year cost me money? 2 years ago was $1,500 in Cancun.
Well, that was your own fault for being drunk and falling off the steps.
I wasn't drunk.
Did you fall off?
I was sober.
Did you fall off?
I fell off. But
you can admit you were drunk now. Nobody's going to give you any money.
I was not drunk. I swear. It was part of the time that I wasn't.
Yeah.
I really wasn't.
The 20 minutes that you were sober.
In the morning, it was like 10 o'clock. I had a Diet Pepsi in my hand.
I picked a small window of sobriety to fall off a porch.
Had I been drunk,
How good are you?
I don't know. Anyway.
Were you really sober?
Totally. I had a Diet Pepsi. I believe you were.
Yeah. In his defense, he was sober.
Totally.
We were just starting the day. We'd eat.
That means absolutely nothing.
Well, not really. We walked down. I get a Diet Pepsi. We're going walk to the beach, and that's when I slipped.
Yeah. First part of the day, we've got the whole day there to hang out in Cancun. Can't wait to hit the beach. Here we go. Everybody jumps down off a 3-foot drop-off.
JD screws it up.
I'm sorry. I still feel bad about that to this day.
That would have scared me today. I would have actually told somebody to put me to sleep.
Why?
You're in Cancun.
The
hospitals are less than,
I know.
state of the art.
I know.
The best part of the whole deal was the lady came in pregnant. I told you that, right?
Yeah.
Comes in pregnant, has a baby, and leaves during the time that we were there with JD.
Mm-hmm. How do you just come in and have it and leave?
She did. She came in, had the baby, and left. Walked in with a kid in her stomach, left with a kid in her arms the whole time we're there. In the time it took him to set JD's arm, this lady had a kid left.
And 2 years, and you didn't get a dime from anybody.
That was $1,400 just gone.
You got screwed.
Yeah. Anyway.
All right, we doing news here?
Yeah.
Okay. Why don't you plug the ticket thing? They're only out there for an hour, right?
Right.
All right. Plug the ticket thing again.
All right, if you want to get your white trash party tickets, you can get them for free right now. Condoms to go at 75 at Walnut Hill in Dallas from 5 until 6 o'clock. We're not there right now. We'll be out again tomorrow, but there you go.
All right. But not there tomorrow.
No. Another place tomorrow.
All right. 5:30, J.D. Ryan's on the new 105.3 FM Talk with News.
Thank you, Russ. News brought to us by Taco Cabana and by Down Under Pub and Grub. I'll be there noon to 2. Dallas Cowboy watching party. It's on Preston Road, just north of 121 in Frisco. Big deal. Also, you can win $25 each quarter. It's a squares, basically, and it's free. Just put your name on the board. And I will have tickets there also for the White Trash Party featuring Loverboy. Federal judge approved President Bush's request to reopen West Coast ports today, ending a bitter 10-day lockouts cost basically our fragile U.S. economy about $1 billion to $2 billion a day. The judge issued a temporary restraining order and it expires October the 16th, just in time for Christmas. Delegates at an anti-racism conference voted to expel non-blacks from the meeting, saying it was too traumatic to discuss slavery in front of them. A dozen or so whites and a couple of Asians left the conference in Bridgetown, Barbados without protest. Conference chairwoman said there are a number of black people who have been traumatized by white people and they suffered psychologically and emotionally. And as a result of that trauma, some of them did not care to discuss the issue in front of the white people. After nearly 20 years of dealing with the illness, Terry Garr has revealed she has multiple sclerosis.
Man, she looks like crap.
Yeah, she kind of bloated up, too.
I saw her on with Larry King last night.
Yes. I know.
How bad does she have it?
She's had it for 20 years. Oh. Said she didn't know she had it at first. It's kind of hard to diagnose. Basically, she's speaking out now to help other people deal with it. In the 80s, Garr was such a frequent guest on Letterman that basically they thought she was kind of getting it on with him.
Who else? Who has that? The guy from Laverne and Shirley. David Landers or something?
Yeah.
Michael Landers? Squiggy?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He's not getting around too good.
No.
And he hit it for a long time. In fact, I think he passed it off as being an alcoholic for a while just because he would rather think people thought he was a lush as opposed to having a disease so he could still get work. Because Hollywood hires lushes.
Mm-hmm. That's what she said. She had it for a long time just because she thought no one would hire her.
It's funny, being an alcoholic or a drug addict, Hollywood's okay with that.
Yeah.
But if you've got something not by your own design, then they shun you. It's like Robert Urich when he had cancer. Well, actually, he never got rid of it.
Mm-hmm.
But nobody would hire him. Then he got the Love Boat.
Yeah.
Died almost as quick as he did.
Oh, no, right. Ouch. All right.
She's 53.
She looks horrible. You don't have to look that bad at 53.
No. She did those commercials for KVIL a couple years ago. She didn't look bad.
No, she actually looks like her mother now.
Yeah.
Just in a course of probably 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, looks tough. Anyway, talking about her Letterman. Speaking of Letterman, somebody broke into a desk in David Letterman's office at the Ed Sullivan Theater in New York, where he tapes The Late Show, made off with $4,000 in cash. A surveillance camera caught part of the action, but the thief was wearing a hooded sweatshirt and managed to cover the camera before forcing open the desk. New York cops are investigating. And finally, looking for a little different job, maybe a rewarding career out of doors, you might want to try Japan. They're now hiring monkey chasers. The unemployed are being paid to chase packs of monkeys out of the rice fields and keep them from stealing fruit and the little Buddha statues. Here's an information brought to us by Strokers, right behind Easy Riders on Harry Hines. I'm going to be there Friday night with tickets to the Harley-Davidson Open Road Tour featuring Aerosmith and Stone Temple Pilots. You'll see you there. I'm J.D. Ryan on the Talk That Rocks Texas, the new 105.3 FM Talk.
Busted.
Call Russ now at 214-787-1053.
All right. Let's do a check on traffic. Jonathan Dodge at the controls of the new 105.3 FM Talks. White Lightning.
Thank you, Russell. This report brought to you by Screens and by Epson Printers. Westbound 635 LBJ at Loon Road. There's an accident blocking there. It's on the right shoulder. Highway Patrol sticking out into the right lane. That's only causing a minor delay. Northbound 635 at Ferguson Centerville Road. There's an accident blocking a couple of lanes. causing a heavy delay. Westbound I-820 at Roosevelt Drive. Heavy traffic due to an earlier accident. The accident is out of the way, but the delay still remains. This report brought to you by Ford Quality Check Certified Pre-Owned Vehicle. Every Ford Quality Check Certified Pre-Owned Vehicle goes through rigorous 115-point inspection. To locate the Ford Quality Check Certified Pre-Owned dealer nearest you, visit FordCPO.com. That's traffic. I'm Jonathan Dodd in the new 105.3 FM. White.
Thank you, Jonathan. All right, we got a couple more showers this evening. Still cool, 58 for the overnight low, then mid-70s tomorrow, and then warming up for the weekend. Saturday will be nice. Sunday's going to be kind of nasty again. We have 68 degrees currently at the Talk That Rocks, Texas. The new 105.3 FM Talk.
I don't think I actually understood you. You guys spent how much?
All told, it was $175.
Oh, Jesus.
Do you even know what he's talking about?
I think so. For that thing.
I sent him out with some cash?
Yeah.
I wasn't in control of the cash.
You were supposed to be in control of the cash. All I said was get some petty cash from Rob, go out, see if it's funny, we'll use it on the air, and if it's not, nobody even knows about it. Take a boom box and make, some homeless people dance to the Bee Gees. I just want to see what it looks like and see if they would do it for cash. And I said, get them as cheap as you can. What happened to the $5, $10 thing?
That's how I started off, and it was like every time I would start to leave, then he would just start bidding higher to see if...
Who, Rob?
Yeah, Rob.
Why did he have the money?
Per my understanding, when we got there, it was his money, and he was spending it.
He sent me an email today, said that Mary, somebody up here in the business office, is all over his ass to get the money back. So they want $175 from me.
So it wasn't his money. He went up and took money out of petty cash because Mary's in charge of the petty cash.
The email that I sent to Eddie was, get with Rob, get some cash, I will pay you back, go try this bit with homeless people, tape it, take some pictures, get them as cheap as you can.
Right.
$5, $10 at a pop and find out what they'll do.
Gotcha.
So how many homeless people did we get for $175?
How many?
4.
Oh.
Where's?
Oh. They're really shrewd negotiators, aren't they?
Oh. Are they all on tape?
Yes.
Where's the tape?
There you go.
He can eat anything over he can eat $150 of that.
Okay.
And $200 for a stupid bit. Was it even funny?
Some of it was. I mean, there were altogether we hit like 10 people, and some of it they just wouldn't. They would do the little doot dance, and they wouldn't really talk to you or anything else. I mean.
But did you go up and say, what did you say when you went up to him?
Hey, we're wanting to know, would you dance for $5? I mean, that was...
Well, how did Rob get up to $175?
Well, it was like, the first guy I walked up and I'm like going, hey, would you dance for $5? And he's like going, no. And I go, what about 10 if you dance really good or something like that? And he's, no. And then I go, okay. And I would turn around and start to walk off. And then Rob would go, would you do it for 20? What about 30? What about 40? What would it take to get 40? I mean, at one point I was already in the truck when he waves me back to tell me that the guy's going to dance. I didn't know how much he was actually dancing for.
We were wanting to know if we could get you to dance for $5.
Dance?
Yeah, like, I don't know. Can you do that MC Hammer thing?
I have a very bad leg here. I can try.
Could you, dance with just one leg? Like in a circle? And turn on some music? Oh, there's a guy that took his clothes off yesterday.
Oh, no, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
Who's the guy that took his clothes off?
It's on one of the cuts. Rob got him to take his clothes off.
What did that cost me?
Honestly, that I don't know. That was the majority of the money, though.
Are there pictures?
Yes.
A $25 bit cost... I'm not paying it. I don't care who he got the money from. Does this chick ever dance?
A little bit.
Yeah, we wouldn't ask you to do that. I don't even want to think about that.
No, let's not do that.
Come on, you can dance better now.
What, Bob? Bob's out in the hall mouthing something. What?
Why is this old lady calling me complaining that someone took her picture today and she doesn't want her picture used? She's consulting an attorney because she knows that you can't use her picture.
What old lady?
I don't know. Some old lady calls up and said that our van was over at the Mockingbird and that they came out and took her picture.
Is this the same chick?
I believe so.
So now a homeless person is going to sue. Let me make sure I got this right. First, we got a bit that sucks. We got very few pictures, and now a homeless bitch is going to sue me?
Apparently.
If we put her picture on the internet.
If you use her picture in any way, then she's going to consult an attorney and sue us.
One moment, please. Counsel?
I think we should turn the mics off for the answer to this question.
All right. Did she say she already talked to an attorney?
She sounded like an attorney. she didn't sound like a homeless person. She sounded very articulate.
Put on Dan's headphones and listen, see if it sounds like the same chick.
We were wanting to know if we could get you to dance for $5.
Dance?
Yeah, like, I don't know. Can you do that MC Hammer thing?
I have a very bad leg.
That's her.
Is it?
Absolutely, that's her. Dance with just one leg? Like in a circle?
If we put her picture on the internet, how will she know? She has a computer? Homeless people?
I think she was typing I asked her to send me this in writing because a phone call wouldn't exactly, I think she was typing on a computer.
I bet she's one of those scam artist homeless people.
Yeah, don't trust the homeless.
Is that my phone ringing?
Yes.
What is that, like cucaracha?
Hey, I get... Yeah, she probably has your number.
I love it. It's very nice. You want to hear mine ring?
Hold on. Hello? Hey, Mark, what's going on? Oh, everything's all right. Just doing I'm on the air. Yeah. No, that's all right. What's going on? Yeah, I know. The guy didn't call me back till Monday. How's the weather? Yeah. Oh, it rained here today. Power went out. Yeah. We got water in our trunk lines. Let me call you back on the air because I got to know all of this. It'll take a second. I'm getting sued by homeless people. Hold on. It's a guy building the Batmobile. I wonder her reasoning for not wanting her picture on the internet was what?
I don't know. All I know is I think she was typing on a computer because she was typing it out as I was giving her the address. She was typing it.
How did she know that it was us that took the picture?
She's got the name from the van. I mean, the call letters are on the van.
Of course. That's perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, we're, she's got us on that one. Yeah. And I think she's at home with, like, a Pentium 4 computer, with a 30 gig hard drive.
They make a lot of money. They don't get good benefits, but they make luck.
I bet she don't even dance.
Can we turn on some music? Oh, there's a guy that took his clothes off yesterday.
Oh, no, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, we wouldn't ask you to do that. I don't even want to think about that.
No, let's not do that.
Come on, you can dance better than that. This is $5.
How much?
$5.
I can't see. I have arthritis in this face.
Oh, so you're doing like a $2.50 dance?
No, I do $5 in that.
No, you get that's like $2.50.
See, that's the way it should have been. Jack them down to where they're boogieing for like 55, 80 cents. Rob gets me up to $175.
Like I said, as I understood it, he was in charge of that. That was his money, and he was doing it. I mean, that was the way he put it to me when we got in.
Are any of these worth playing?
Most of them are all right. I mean, it's nothing spectacular. I mean,
obviously, it's not $175 worth.
Can you like hop or anything like that?
You want me to bang my leg?
What can you do on one leg?
I can.
We're giving other people money.
I already went around now. That's good enough.
She went in a circle and she wanted the money?
Yeah, she just stood. One leg was stiff. She couldn't move it, so she just kind of walked around like a peg leg in a circle.
The old pirate dance.
Well, she held her arms out.
Oh, well. And people wonder why we're not syndicated.
It's amazing.
Because you have bits like this.
No, most of them don't go this way.
I bet Craddock don't steal this one.
I bet he do.
How are you today? You okay?
All right, who is this?
Oh, I don't even know why I put this one on. This lady didn't do anything when I walked up.
And what did we give her for doing nothing?
No, I had to walk completely away from this one. I walked up to her and I go, hey, how are you today? And she snapped at me like an alligator. Just went, and her husband was like across the street asleep under the bridge. And he comes out from under the bridge just screaming at us.
Is that on this tape?
Yeah, I think you can hear him way back in the background just screaming and Rob saying something to him.
Yeah.
Sleeping under the bridge.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, that's great. I'll listen to the rest of these off the air. So they can sue us or not, Everett?
Pardon?
They can sue us or not? Well, let me ask Eddie first.
Anybody can.
I know, I understand that. I'm talking about our exposure.
Well, off the air, I mentioned to you what potentially the exposure could be, but
let me ask Eddie first. Are the pictures worth putting on the internet?
There might be one.
Of her?
No.
All right, the point's moved then, right?
Excellent, yes.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Bob.
I mean, I would say she's been compensated for her performance.
Yeah, you gave her money, right?
Yes.
And so you're entitled to the fruits of that. She accepted the money. It's all recorded. I don't see a problem with it.
Yeah, I forgot that we paid her.
Yeah.
What did you give her?
$2.
Where did the other 170? What's it? 73 go?
Well, she was actually like the last one that we did, and at that point, I just talked her down to 2.
Yeah, Wayne.
Well, Everett, wouldn't also the fact that this is in a public setting, wouldn't that negate any expectation of privacy?
Well, the expectation of privacy that you're referring to, I think, has to do with our Constitution, which really isn't an issue here. That only pertains to state agencies and our expectation of privacy with regard to the government.
Yeah, but as a police officer, we get calls all the time that people are taking pictures of this or that, you know, around schools or whatever. We go check it out, you know, for the pedophile facts, but other than that, you can stand around and take pictures of anything, anywhere that you want.
Well, that's absolutely true.
But it doesn't change it. Not that I even care at this point. I'm just focused on the $175.
Well, at this point, you're not even talking about putting her pictures up. But if you were, I don't think that she has an expectation of privacy in a public place.
Especially since she did a public performance.
Exactly, and you paid her.
For which she was compensated.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'll look at the pictures and see if they're worth messing with.
All right.
Thank you, Wayne.
You bet.
All right. Eddie, do we need a break before I call the Batmobile guy back?
Please.
All right. Which was the guy that came up and got naked?
I believe it's the last cut.
How many cuts are on here?
4.
Hey, would you dance for money? Come on.
How much?
I don't know. $10?
What kind of dance want me to do?
I don't know. What kind of dance can you do?
I can do anything, man.
He's got some M&M. He'll do it.
All right, that's all I can do.
These are some of the laziest bastards.
After hearing that people would beat the hell out of each other for $50, I was thinking, no, I'll go out for $5 and they'll just do whatever, and they wouldn't do anything.
These are the same morons that stand there and hold signs. We'll work for food. They don't want to dance for 2 seconds for $5. Mm-hmm. Actually, he didn't take his pants off.
Actually, Rob did that.
With my money. All right.
Which one?
You can do better than that.
That's it, man.
Moonwalk?
Moonwalk.
Watch out for the car. Yeah, there you go.
Jesus.
There you go. There you go. Michael Jackson. What about the bump? Can you do the bump?
Come on, right here.
Can you two-step?
No, I never could do that.
Did he moonwalk?
Yes. He did real well, yeah. Almost got hit by a car.
How you do that?
I don't know. Some of that white people.
I can moonwalk good, man. I like Michael.
That's one hell of a moonwalk you got there.
How you do it?
For $20, would you do it without pants?
Without pants?
Yeah.
No, man, I can't do that.
That's $20.
No, man, give me some jail.
What if I wasn't wearing pants too?
Somebody call the police on the car. How about no shirt?
Huh?
$20. No shirt? No shirt. I don't be getting indecent, man.
Is that Rob in the background?
They call it police on you.
Well, when did his pants finally come off?
It takes him a couple of minutes. He wants to sing Otis Redding and stuff like that. He just keeps offering different things.
Sit. No, that. For $20?
15.
Help me out, man.
I don't like Otis Redding.
Is
he dead?
Yeah, he's dead. No, I can't take my shirt off, man. They'll call the police on me, man. No, they'll call on his phone. Yeah.
I can't believe this bit. This bit with no punchline cost me $175.
Yeah. Side of that bus.
I'll kid you. Come on, man. Y'all try to send me to jail, man. Come on, man. I'm gonna
they got free food in jail, though.
No, I want no free food. I want some free money. Come on.
Okay.
I can't stand any of that.
Yeah, at one point I just walked away because he wasn't going to do anything else, and I thought Rob was just giving him the $10 for dancing, and he starts screaming at me going, hey, he's going to do it more, yeah.
All right, send me the pictures tonight. I'll look at them. What was I going to do before the break?
Call Mark.
Oh, yeah.
Batman.
Find out if the Batmobile's going to be here by the white trash party. Call to order the wheels.
Yes.
Raider wheels are not in. Leave a message. This is like a voicemail. I went, I'm not leaving a credit card number on net. Hey, Mark.
Hey.
Hey, we're on the air. What are you doing?
Hey, not much.
All right.
Being in America.
What, the guy from Raider just called me back yesterday. I left a message like Thursday or Friday of last week, and I wasn't leaving no credit card information on a voicemail.
Right.
So, what's the status? Where's the Batmobile now?
It's sitting in my shop. It's ready to go get squirted. It should have been squirted on Monday, but I sort of spent a couple days in a Mexican jail.
For what?
Fighting.
With who?
Wasn't my fault.
I don't care. I want my car. You're fighting in Mexico?
We were in a bar and
was it a cockfight?
No, it wasn't nothing that fun. We were in a bar and a fight broke out with a bunch of Marines, and then the next thing I know, all the white guys are going to jail and nobody else is.
How long were you in?
2 days.
How'd you get out?
I just got back today when I called you. What's that?
Nothing.
I'm totally serious, too. I'm not jacking you around. It was not fun.
All right, so you lose the cockfight.
Yeah, I definitely lost that fight.
Okay, well, what's the current status of the Batmobile? It hasn't gone to be painted then yet, right?
No, it hasn't. It's ready to be painted. It'll go into the booth tomorrow morning, and we'll squirt it black.
Okay.
And we'll bring it out, cut and rub it, polish it up, start bolting everything back on it. And then the upholstery guy will lay the carpet in there, and then I can bolt everything in, the seats and the dash and all that stuff.
Do you have everything for the dash already?
Yeah, it's all ready to go back in the car. The only thing I'm waiting on is the wheels and tires from those guys, or the wheels from those guys, so that I can put them in the car and lower it.
Right.
And then I can cut or trim my inner fender wells. I've already got them cut, but I can't put them in because when I lower the car, it's going to change some stuff.
Oh, I got it.
So they're already cut. They're just going to have to be trimmed and fitted.
What are the tires going to cost me?
I wrote it down on that piece of paper, and I cannot remember off the top of my head.
All right.
They're not too expensive. I got a pretty good guy here in town who gives me good deals.
All right. Did I show you guys the picture of the afterburner?
Yes.
Yeah, you got that.
That's cool.
Very.
Yeah.
Now,
that was my last contact with normal civilization.
Right, before the big cockfight. Now, how is that going to fire off? Because it's one of those great big gas jet heaters in the back of the car where the jet port is.
Yes.
How do I fire that off from up front?
You hit the button up front that says bat booster.
Of course.
Or turbine, however the heck they word it.
Yeah.
You just hit that button on the dash, and it'll fire while you're holding it, and then as soon as you let go, it turns itself off. I think it's called a bat thruster.
Yeah, I don't care what you put on there.
Yeah.
Boner.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you'll fire that, and then I fabricated that steering wheel to match the original car. And,
did you cut it off like an aircraft steering wheel?
Yeah, it's got the center missing in the top.
Right.
And then the big speedo in the center, but on each tip of the handle, where it's cut off,
right.
That's where your horn buttons are going to be. So you'll be like, I know you're going to be like you're in a fighter plane. You're going to be beeping that thing all the time. But you push the button down like a fighter would, in a jet airplane, the firing pin's up there on the top.
All right.
So I just put the horn buttons up there, so you just push the buttons in.
All right, so it goes in to be painted tomorrow. How long in the body shop?
It'll only be there for 2 days.
Okay.
Tomorrow and the next day.
Well, when do you think realistically, once the tires and the wheels, because I'll call the guy again today. Is it safe to leave all this information on his voicemail?
No, I would talk to the guy himself, but you probably, if you call them, see, they're in a different time zone than me. I don't know where they're at. They're like somewhere in the Midwest.
Got it.
Probably in the same time zone as you are.
How long do you think it'll take the wheels to get from there to you?
He said they could, next day I'm UPS on the ground.
Yeah, I'm sure that'll be very cheap.
So they'll do that. And what they'll do is they'll send me the wheels, and then I'll take them to my guy downtown, and he'll put the tires on.
All right. Do I got to order lug nuts?
No. I'll get all that stuff from my wheel guy.
All right. And then you'll...
From my guy here in California, because he won't charge you for that. He'll just give me the lug nuts and all that stuff. He'll just charge for the tires and the mounting. And
we're having to order the wheels from Raider, because they're the ones that originally made the wheels that were used on the original Batmobile.
Okay.
And they stopped making them for like 20, 30 years, and all of a sudden they just started again. So if you're doing a replica, you can get the exact wheels.
Yeah, and they're the 3-rib, exactly like what was on the number 1 car.
Right.
Yeah. Thank God they came back into business.
Trying to think of anything else I want to ask. All right, realistically, if I call the guy tomorrow and everything's getting shipped, the delivery date for here would be when? For you? Yeah.
You know what? I've got to really sit down and think about that now that I've screwed up and there's a couple days missing here.
Yeah.
I know you're having your white trash party on the 18th, right?
Right.
I don't know if I can get it there on the 18th or not. I'd like to shoot for that day so that you could have it for that. It's pretty rough to say right now without.
You know what? If we miss it, we miss it, because I don't want to half-ass. I don't want to,
hurry up.
Yeah, I don't want to.
I don't want to do it. I don't want to hurry up your project either. I mean, I don't want to shortchange you on the quality of the vehicle just to get it there by that party.
Oh, you should see the mirrors that he made, because the original Batmobile didn't have visible mirrors, and you're going to have mirrors to be able to pass inspection. So it looks like he took old Pontiac, the teardrop mirrors, and just put bat wings on them. Cool. Yeah. So it'll fit with you'll look at the car and think the original one had those. Yeah.
Exactly.
So everything else will pass inspection.
Right. Yep. You'll have everything you need to have to get your certification.
And the 460 runs pretty strong.
Yeah, it runs real strong. It's definitely a kicking motor in there. So, and then. Did you get so you got the pictures of the turbo fire, and so did you see how I changed that fin on the end, so now it looks like the number 1 car?
Yeah, everything's perfect now.
Or it's got that aluminum underneath there. It actually looks tremendously much better with that piece underneath there than it did with this.
I just can't imagine what it's going to look like going across the tollway and you just hit that afterburner.
Yeah. You're just kidding. I could see that. I could see the people chasing you down, telling you that your car's on fire. Dude, your car's on fire.
It's the Batmobile.
Yeah.
All right.
It definitely looks pretty sweet at night with that little 3-inch flames coming out the back end.
How long does it take to actually warm up?
Instantly. The second you hit the button, that thing's firing.
Okay.
There's no downtime. You hold the button and you got flame.
Is it going to be easy to refill? Because I get the feeling he's going to use up all the fuel first.
I'm gonna duct tape the button down.
He'll be able to put kerosene in it every day before he goes to work.
It's kerosene?
You just pop the trunk, and then the kerosene tank's right there. You just unscrew the top, dump in some kerosene,
And
put the
you're good
lid
to go.
back on.
What are you worried about, JD? The car runs on gas.
I know, but just kerosene. I thought it was going to be like propane or something else.
Nah.
No, not propane. I wouldn't put a bomb in the back of that truck car.
See.
She's just got kerosene. It's a slow burn, you know. You like to make signal fires and stuff with it.
All right. I can't think of anything else I want to ask. Oh, everything's all right. All I got to do is get the wheels there, and it goes into the paint shop, and then you'll affix the bats to the door and the spinners, the bat spinners on the wheels, and we're good.
Yep. We're firing down the highway.
Okay. What about the chutes? Are you getting the diced? Is it diced?
Yeah, diced.
Yeah, the chutes in the back?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Yep, black ones. And then we're just going to tear that, unstitch that label on there.
All right, perfect.
So you have, you'll be dialed in.
All right.
You'll be, I can guarantee you, and I know that I'm on the air and I'm saying this to the public, you will have it before Halloween, no doubt.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
No doubt.
All right,
no
before
doubt in my
Halloween,
mind it'll be there.
that's perfect then.
So, because I know that's everything to have it before Halloween. Because we all know Russ is going to be for Halloween this year, right?
I'm dressing like a pimp.
Yeah.
Now, dressing like Batman and being in the Batmobile, that's a little too far.
Yeah.
Why do you want to do that, JD?
I'll be seeing those pictures on your website on the first.
JD just pulled up one of the websites with the Batmobile on it.
Yeah.
That's going to be here by Halloween. Swear to me it'll be here by Halloween.
I swear to you.
All right.
I swear to you, you will be driving that thing Halloween Eve.
And you know what's funny is I've looked at all the replicas because there's the number one car, which was the 1955 Ford Futura that George Barris reworked. The two cars almost look identical because all he did was really paint it, put fins on it, you know, gadgets and stuff in the middle. And then Barris made another 3 replicas that really don't even look as good as the original. So Barris, anyway, my point is Mark's is going to look closer to the number one car than what Barris did with his own. That makes sense?
Yes.
All right.
Yep.
All right, I got to go.
Okay, bro.
All right, I'll call you later.
Okay, man.
All right. Because I know that's boring everybody but me.
That's great.
Just the afterburner.
Mm-hmm. Website. You've already been to this website, I'm sure, right?
Oh, the 1966 Batmobile.com?
Yeah.
Yeah, I spend most of it. I'll wake up in the middle of the night, and I'll just go look. And I'll look at some of the close-ups of the number one car. The reason you call it that, because that was the one that was always used in the TV show. Right. 2 through 5 were used for touring. I think Dan saw one of them one time. It had started to crack, so they put bat fuzz on it.
It had been flocked. It looked like a Christmas tree ornament.
That's so terrible.
And then I think the number 5 car was one that they would take out the drag strips, and that one had like a Force 60 or something in it. They would actually do drag racing, where the chutes really pumped out. No. God can't have the chutes pop out.
Did they pop out?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, it's just a cable. The chutes are spring loaded, and that thing. Yes, I'm popping those things.
Okay.
I'll sit there and tell me why you can't really have them pop out.
I didn't think that part was real.
Yes. Okay. He's going to have more stuff work on this than the original car because you get the little TV in the dash and the compass and all the other stuff. And the phone's going to work, but it's going to be a cellular phone.
That's great.
All right. So at least I know it's coming by Halloween. I'm okay with that.
It's only 3 weeks.
What is it, Everett?
I just realized you're getting a Batmobile.
Yeah. Does this strike anybody else as weird?
Yeah, it's very, very striking.
Pull up the pictures just to remember what it really looked like so I can see what's coming.
All right.
You're going to need a bigger house and more garage space.
It's funny because when I bought that house, Dewana said, you're going to need a bigger garage. I got one car and that's it. Maybe a truck to haul stuff around. She goes, no, you're going to run out of garage space pretty quick. And now she's right. All right. I know this has been fascinating talk, but I don't give an F. Right here? All right. We'll be back. That's the wrong button.
More of the Russ Martin Show coming right up.
Limited edition Russ Martin Show Police and Fire poster is on sale now. Only 500 are available. They are $15 and signed by everyone on the show. To buy yours, go to russmartin.com.
Was that really necessary?
To get you in the spirit.
So you print out a picture of the Batmobile and hang it in the studio.
Yeah. As time gets closer, you're going to find them in other places. Just trying to get you excited. There it is.
I need to have him rig out where stuff will actually shoot out of the rocket launchers. Ooh. That's probably a little much.
Nah. No, you've gone this far. Yeah. Come on. You got jet engines and parachutes.
Why skip?
What were we going to do here? I forgot. What are we doing? Zabmondo? How many people do we normally play with? 4? 2? Yeah, that's right. It's 2. 2 people for Zabmondo there, O'Malley. I'm just going to mention something else. I forget. All right, do we have something to give away today, Daniel?
Yes, we do.
All right, here, we'll just start the open. It won't take him long.
All right. Join us as we play the fabulous Would You Rather game of Zabmondo. And now your host, Russ Martin.
And what are we playing for, Daniel?
Well, we have a rather large Russ Martin Show prize pack today, which will include a 4-pack of passes to the Platinum Club, tickets to the White Trash Party featuring Loverboy, October 18th at Jay Gilligan's, 1 pair of tickets to the Harley-Davidson Open Road Tour, October 26th and 27th at the Texas Motor Speedway featuring Aerosmith, and to top it all off, a $50 gift certificate to proflowers.com.
Where do you get saltpeter? They still make that?
I think they do. I wouldn't know where to get it, though.
Probably from Dr. Fettner.
I don't even know what it is. I've heard of it, but what does it do?
Does it keep you from getting erect or just...
It prevents an erection. It does not take away the desire.
Oh, well, that's not going to do me any good then. I was thinking about that during the break.
Well, you got the desire, but if you cannot get it...
That doesn't make any difference. I'll beat it worse.
Oh.
Come on, you.
Well, yeah. Punching bread, trying to get it to rise.
Take an antidepressant for 10 days. That'll do it.
Will it?
Oh, yeah. Takes away the desire. It did of me, anyway. It's a very common side effect.
But don't you end up not wanting to do pretty much anything?
No, it's just, that was the only side effect I had was sexual. And you just don't care. You just don't want to. You don't even think about it. You do think about it, you go, God, it's been like 4 days and I don't care. But day to day, it doesn't affect you.
How long before that goes away? So, like, if I took it for 5 days and then stopped?
About another 5 days.
Oh, well, that'd be perfect. Because I got to wait 10 days before I can do anything with it again. So I can take it for 5 days, let it peter out, and I'm back.
It comes back with a vengeance.
Does it?
Oh, yes.
Oh, you'll be healed by then.
What are we doing?
Zabmondo.
All right. Let's get our contestants on the phone. Hi, David.
Hey.
What do you do for a living?
Home remodeling.
All right. And let's see. What about, great, I got a Dave and a Dave. What about you, Dave? What do you do?
Just technician.
Oh, what kind?
Printer technician.
Printer technician. All right, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to rattle off some scenarios. You'll have to pick out which way everybody will go on these. This will make sense when we start it. Here we go. David, you're up on deck.
All right.
Okay. The first would you rather? Would you rather kiss the brown star of a cat? You know what I'm talking about?
Absolutely.
Starfish?
Yes.
Or a dog's pink lipstick? Everyone decide?
I'm not sure I understand the second one.
I'll turn the mics off and tell you.
Oh, okay.
See, dogs don't really have lipstick.
I know that. I just didn't understand. You said put lipstick on it. I got it. Now I get it.
Everybody write down your response. Pens down. All right, David, you think more people are going to pick kissing the brown starfish of a cat or the pink lipstick of a dog?
Probably the pussy starfish.
Okay. We'll start with you, JD. Which one? Cat? Dog?
Well, kissing the lipstick at any time makes you queer. I had to go cat.
All right. There's one. Daniel?
Was this Dave or David, by the way?
This is David.
Okay.
There's no really good way to go on this, but I went with the kitty starfish.
Okay. Eddie?
Cat.
Everett?
Yeah, doggy lipstick's gay.
All right. I would have gone with the cat, too, but mine doesn't count. All right. Dave, this one's yours. Ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus.
Here we go.
I don't like this.
Would you rather
You can just give Dave the points if you like.
would you rather have a large, red, ugly growth on your forehead or be on the Dan Lewis Show?
Oh.
Oh. That one just caught me off guard. Dave?
Yes, sir.
Which one? The great big large red growth on your forehead or be on the Dan Lewis Show?
Oh, man. I'd say, I guess, the Dan Lewis Show if I had to.
All right. JD, we'll start with you.
Red growth. Sorry, Dan.
That's okay.
I wouldn't be welcome anyway, I understand.
Dan?
Well, you can probably figure which way I went on this one.
Sorry, Dave.
No, he gets 1 point.
All right. Eddie, red growth, Dan Lewis Show.
You can have a growth removed, the stigma of being on Dan's show forever.
Damn. Everett?
Is the growth malignant or benign?
It doesn't say. It's just a big, large red growth.
Not that I care. I'll take the growth.
Okay.
How many points did he
Dave
get?
got one.
So what's the score?
All right, now it's 4-1, David.
Okay. Is there any way for the Dave guy to win?
If
David.
Yeah,
could,
yeah.
If the other guy gets 9? Okay. Yeah. All right, I got it. I just want to see if there was a reason to go for round 2. All right. This one's yours, David. Here we go.
All right.
Would you rather have your dog lick you on the open mouth after eating its own doot? Or your girlfriend kiss you after with another man? Everyone decide, write your response as we play for this fabulous prize pack. Pins down. Which way, David? The dog or the girlfriend?
That's a rough one. One would make it gay, so I'm going to go with the dog.
All right. JD, we'll start with you. The dog or the girlfriend?
Same reasoning. I'm going with the dog.
All right. Dan?
Well, I'm sure it's probably happened to every dog owner without them realizing it. They just haven't dropped dead from it, so I'm going to go with A.
Eddie?
Besides, the other one make you gay.
Yeah, the dog.
Everett?
Went with the cat on the first one and dog on this one.
All right. So the other day, there's no way for the other Dave to come back?
No.
All right, then tell David what he's won, Daniel.
Congratulations, David. You win a Russ Martin Show prize pack, which includes a 4-pack of passes to the Platinum Club and tickets to the White Trash Party featuring Loverboy October 18th at Jay Gilligan's. Stop it. 1 pair of tickets to the Harley-Davidson Open Road Tour October 26th and 27th at the Texas Motor Speedway featuring Aerosmith. Tickets on sale now at all Ticketmaster locations. Call 214-373-8000 and a $50 gift certificate to ProFlowers.com. Go to ProFlowers.com today for the fresh flowers direct from the grower.
Here are the rules for calling the Russ Martin Show. Do not call and ask for phone numbers or websites. Do not call with a joke you saw in a movie, on TV, on a bumper sticker, on the internet, or you heard in the 8th grade. Do not call and ask for advertisers' phone numbers. Call information and ask them. Do turn your radio down. Do get to the point. Practice in front of a mirror before calling. Do not waste time telling Russ your name. He's far too important and busy. He won't remember it anyway. If you understand these rules, call Russ now at 214-787-1053.
I don't know how many you got.
2.
Sure. Okay. Hang on, let me see what this guy wants on the phone. Yes, Sean?
The Popish Uniqua.
Mm-hmm.
How did that come about, and what does it mean when she's making $200 before she gets out of bed?
Who wants this one?
You can feel that.
It was Russ's birthday, our very first year on the air, and Hargett, sales guy that's no longer here, got him a dancer. And got him a real nasty young lady.
She was a midget.
Yeah. Midget, short girl. And
Precious was her name.
Precious was her name, and Russ didn't want to see her. Well, apparently, Hargett's deal was she could come in and pitch her little company for the dance. That was the swap, so there was no money involved, right? Russ didn't want her, so she never made it to the studio. So her pimp,
her manager,
right, came up screaming, going to call the police, so that she had to get out of bed to come up there, and she makes $200 for you. She gets out of bed. She had her baby with her on her hip, screaming the F word in the lobby, and we actually had to call the police.
Okay, and that's why you call it and do it on the.
That's where the whole 911, all the 911 calls
ever since
started from that one day.
Yeah. And she had her baby's Hara. She didn't have time to comb her baby's Hara, and that's where that comes from.
All right, man.
I don't know if that explains it or not. That's as close as we can get.
That's pretty close.
All right. It's a long, drawn-out story. We're not even a good payoff.
Yeah.
It's damn strange that we were able to take that one day and milk it for 2 years.
Yeah, Hargett thought he was going to lose his job over that. It was his first day on the job, and he's trying to impress Russ.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, his first day on the job, he walked in. After this, we had people were huddling in the back of the office. Everybody was scared. The police were there. Hargett just walked into Wayne Walker and went, "I'll clean out my desk. I'm sorry." And then he stayed with us another 2 years.
Damn, that bitch was ugly.
She was.
She was a little troll.
She was.
And she couldn't talk very well.
She came in. I remember she was standing right over here to my left, and she goes, "My name's Precious. I'm here to dance for you." Good. Why don't you go warm up out in the hall? Then we wouldn't let her back in, and that's where the rest of it started. Because then Hargett didn't have $200. Yeah. And then I guess she goes down and tells her manager, "They don't have my money.
They don't let me on the air." Oh, it was a mess. She has a baby on her hip. She's screaming the F word, top of her. We're all huddling, big grown men. We won't leave the studio. It was like 10:30 before we actually get out of the...
That's when we're still doing morning.
Yeah. That's so funny. I'm not leaving.
And you hear Hargett trying to calm her down. "Can I get your baby something to drink?"
I don't want you giving my baby nothing. I want no water from you. I want my money. How about $200 if I get out of bed good?
He was going to write her a check. "I ain't taking your check." That was good. She was mad.
All right. Yes, Kenny?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Good.
Hey, hearing you talk about the Batmobile earlier, I happened to catch up movie Rockstar this weekend, and I noticed that there's a Batmobile Wahlberg was driving. Yours look similar to that one?
It's the same, actually the same company that made the kit that the one Wahlberg was driving is where I got the kit.
Oh, that's cool. I remember you saying something about the turbo on there. I remember at the end he hit it and that sucker just took off and flying. So anyway, that's all I wanted to say.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
Thanks. But if you watch the movie closely, they had to peel the bats off of it because of copyright. All right. What were the foundation letters, Ben? Let me get the music, please.
Okay. Hello, Russ. I know this is probably going to get me chastised on the air. Guess I'll have to take that chance. Over the last few years, mine and my wife's life has been less than wonderful. She has had Christ.
What?
I just accidentally moved the letter. She has had breast cancer and thankfully beat it. I have been through a couple of jobs and not been able to save or even keep up with the day-to-day expenses. We have moved several times due to not being able to keep up the rent. We are now faced with some serious legal problems, and I stand to lose everything we have if this is not remedied. I have sold almost everything we owned, borrowed, and begged from everyone in the family and all of our friends, which are not many. Of course, we have no way to go to a lending institution for help. I do have a decent job now, but I'm afraid this is too little, too late. It will take me several weeks to earn what I need to hold off this legal action that is pending. Tomorrow will be too late. What all this boils down to is a desperate plea from a desperate man. I need financial help.
Is this for tomorrow?
Yeah. I need financial help and fast. Would you be willing to help out? I am just out of options and don't know where to turn. Please believe me when I say this is not a scam. I'm not a con artist nor an extortionist. I'm just a guy in trouble trying to set his and his wife's life back on track.
Thank you. The Honorable Akbo Zabuki, Nigeria.
It says here, I'm not talking about a load of money, and I would pay back every cent with interest. If you would like.
How much does he want?
It doesn't say. He never comes out and says how much. He wants you to reply back to his email.
What's the date on it? Is it today's? What is today? The 8th?
Today's the 9th.
September 23rd.
Request tonight. That's too bad, because this was one of the few times I thought, you know what, the guy wants some help. I'll loan him some money.
You were actually going to write a check?
No.
I didn't think so. Damn. Maybe a little more timely next time, Dan.
Well, we just never got around to it, you know.
Well, first of all, I'm not a lending institution. The foundation isn't set up to be Russ Savings and Loan.
Right.
That's one of the biggest problems that people who win lotteries have, from what I understand, is just being inundated with requests for money.
I'd love for it to happen. Obviously, for the main reason of getting all the cash, and the other reason I'd publish my phone number just so I can answer the phone every day. No, let it rot off. Nobody told you to smoke for 20 years.
You would too, wouldn't you?
Yes, that would be half the fun of being a millionaire.
Most people set up a person to go, not Russ, and he'd be doing them personally.
That would be my new job. That would be a bit every day on the air.
Mm-hmm.
Convince me you need the cash.
Call up and ask.
Yes.
Have a website and everything.
This close to $1 million. Call and ask for it. What's the other one, Dan?
All right. Mm-hmm. Russ, my name is Peter. I've been a listener ever since you got here. Last weekend, my wife left me. I was evicted from my house on Wednesday. All my stuff is in a U-Haul. Hell, I can't even get a storage space because I don't have a job. The U-Haul was paid by my mother. She has just enough dollars to get it for me so I can get it to her home in California. She cleaned out the checkbooks. I have a herniated disc in my back and have been on a steroid that caused me severe mental problems. The day she left, she pushed me down and knocked me unconscious. I have a concussion and all the bad things that happen with that, including headache, memory loss, inability to focus. I was an engineer with a big company. As I found out the day before she left me, I lost my job. To summarize, I have no job, no house, no wife, no money. I desperately need an attorney to help me through this. I have a hearing tomorrow at 1:30.
Is this a different letter?
Different letter.
All right.
And there's also the accompanying case number in 255th Judicial District Court for Dallas County. Please, Russ, I am surviving, but by the grace of God, I've been cleaned out, used, abused, and I'm a totally good guy. Would you please pass this on to Everett and Newton as soon as possible? I've run out of options and have called many attorneys and cannot get a return call. Peter, please help me, Russ. I've lost everything except my friends.
And the fact that he considers us his friends. I mean, that's actually, seriously, that's what you strive for in the show. You want people to listen. You want people to listen. You ain't getting squat.
Well, not only that, we were originally going to read this one yesterday.
Uh-huh.
Yesterday.
Was the date he had to be in court?
That was what he was saying.
Today at 1:30. So we missed it by a couple of hours.
Oh.
Gosh, that's going to go.
Yeah. Is that it? I don't know why. I don't know why I love these.
I don't know either.
They're just so pitiful.
Because they're not very entertaining. It's just funny to listen to it. And, you know, it's like I have all of these problems. And they really think that I'm going to cough up some cash. Maybe that's what's funny to me.
I guess.
After I got hosed on the whole Cody thing in the bike where they tricked my ass.
They didn't trick you.
They sent an email that said we got a crippled kid that didn't get his bike for Christmas. Well, yeah. And then we call and we find out it's a special bike, you know, where you pedal with your hands. They tricked my ass. After that, it's like I'm not loaning anybody anything. Screw them. But please, if you would, continue to send your requests in.
Because you're this close.
Yeah, you're this close. Seriously, I know I sound like a hard ass on the air, but you are really this close to getting that cash. The perfect story and probably pictures to go along with it.
You never know which letter is going to touch your heart.
Right, because the one with Cody, that really wasn't a disaster, which is what the foundation set up for. But we went ahead and came up with the cash because it happened to touch me. You're this close to your money. Damn. Break? Okay. Seriously, this close.
The pen is poised.
Yes. Listen to this. I'll even rip it right out of the checkbook. Here we go. I'm ready. I'm ready to write the check. Because as you know, you're this close. I'll even sign it. Listen. All I need now is the amount and your name. Because you are this close.
More of the Russ Martin Show coming right up.
Anything we forget to cover?
No, I think we covered everything today.
All right. What's the status on your show? Met with your sidekicks again?
That's this weekend.
Are you going to tape anything?
Yeah. Yes,
we're going to be able to hear it?
I don't know. I don't know if you'd want to hear any of it.
Absolutely. I can't wait to hear it.
Well, we'll see.
I can't decide what I want first. To hear the tape of your show or the Batmobile. I'm twisted. My colon's in a knot.
I'm sure you want the Batmobile more.
Mm-hmm. I'd love to hear this. What do the guys do now that you picked for your sidekicks?
They're both in the entertainment industry at this time.
Mm-hmm. Ever done any broadcasting?
Television and film.
So no broadcasting?
And theater, but no radio broadcast, no.
Mm. Obviously around here, that's not a prerequisite.
No, it's not.
All right. So possibly something Monday?
Maybe. We'll see how it turns out.
Okay.
Dan's playing it awfully close to the vest. You know it?
Yeah, he won't tell us who it is. Can we see pictures of them? I like to see pictures of your
I don't have any
sidekicks.
pictures of them yet.
I'd love to see them.
I'll see what I can do.
Okay.
Still plenty of time.
Okay.
Just going to be called the Dan Lewis Show, or it's going to be Dan?
At this point, that's the working title. Yeah.
Okay.
Dan and Friends.
Dan and Squirrels. Shut up, Eddie. Nobody gets that anymore.
Oh, yes, they do. It comes up all the time.
What? My dog has a squirrel?
Abby has a pet.
I just said you having sidekicks to me is like my dog having a pet. And we just come into work one day going, my dog has a squirrel.
Oh, Lord.
You ready?
Yes, I am. To learn more about the Russ Martin Show, wrong button. To learn more about the Russ Martin Show, to email anyone on the show, to get in the studio audience, to make a donation to the Listener Foundation, or to get on the show's weekly email list, simply go to russmartin.com. The Russ Martin Show Police and Firefighter poster is now available for purchase. For more information, just go to russmartin.com and click on News. Design of the Russ Martin Show poster by Junebug Graphics, junebuggraphics.com, and printing courtesy of the Imaging Bureau, imagingbureau.com. For more information on the White Trash 2002 party, October 18th at Jay Gilligan's in Arlington, featuring Loverboy, you can find that at russmartin.com as well. To email us during the show, and only during the show, send your messages to studio@russmartin.com. Keep those emails coming because you're this close. Visit our news director's links and photo gallery at johndavidryan.com. To find Eddie's fascinating and provocative website, go to eddieBoyd.com. My website is now online, and yes, there are pictures of the Charger on there at danlewis.net. To contact Everett Newton at his law office, call him at 214-823-LAWS or go to dallasattorney.com. For information about the rest of the station, go to 1053fmtalk.com.
All right, we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Yeah.
Bye.